Come one, come all, it's time for the blue fluffy dragon stream. It's Kaito, destiny dragon, the fluffy blue dragon that gives hugs and cuddles all around. Enjoy the chill vibes as he travels through the gaming world. Traveling through crafting sandbox, survival strategy, shooter, mecha, and fantasy gaming worlds. See the fluffy blue dragon gaming till he falls asleep from his sleep apnea. Chat hitting his redeems to wake him up. His kitty cat kids terrorizing him as he games. Enjoy the random silly craziness he has with friends and fellow streamers. dragon, fight to protect, fend off the scourge, keep fighting this endless war.
I woke up to someone screaming about dragging me out and killing me.
Uh,
My head was spinning. I opened the
Alright.
Ariel stands there finally getting close to the academy, looking down at the massive campus. The dragon explains that this is the place where Hadar is going to be.
Alrighty. I got all the things here set up now. I don't need that. That can get closed. Let me bring up the last manga story we had up.
I think this is as close to officially rush as they know how to do in this game. I genuinely think that this is supposed to be boss rush.
Hey, Hizu, quit it. Leave your sister alone. Stop trying to be the bitch. Oh,
This isn't a boss rush.
alright. Stream is up and running. Things look good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. My name is Kaito Destiny. I'm the Blue Fluffy Dragon, here with Dragon Mama, who's making cookies.
Yep, doing mom stuff.
Yep, she being the mama of the den right now, so don't fuck with the mama. Not the mama. Alright. So, I got Minecraft all set up. Hello and welcome everyone. I do have armor I really desperately need to fix. Holy shit. And I need to upgrade it. Let's see. I got...
I will say this laser is very effective at pissing me off, which is for sure what it was.
Okay, so we got anime manga stories, recap ones to finish watching from last stream. Let's see.
No, not yet. So I'm gonna have to get right back up in a minute, baby.
All right, and
Mikey, call to so.
there we go.
Grudges, while possibly seeking a mysterious, potentially strategic package. Leo reflects on the recon unit's precise intelligence.
I will start that up right away.
Accurate assessment of enemy operations. Georgie frames this as Leo's chance to become a hero, preparing a narrative for public morale. Despite fulfilling his expected role, Leo's frustration boils over.
Pokemon community game A Wild Scyther appears catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
He downs an opponent, realizing he's calmer and more focused than expected during his first real combat. Amid battle chaos, Leo spots
Alright,
a man
football.
and
You will be leaving this stuff alone that I bought.
the father pushes his
Especially the bread.
danger looms over their fragile escape. An explosion erupts nearby,
Oh,
leaving the boy disoriented while his father struggles.
the cat slobbered on the back
Leo's
already.
righteous shields the man and boy as debris crashes down from a collapsing crane. The man assures Leo he's fine, embracing his son, while more enemy units close in. Leo reacts instantly, swinging his shield to protect his opponent.
And I got a little something here for my niece.
Preparing to destroy cargo with
A
the
little unicorn statue.
Leo orders the father and son
You can color and recolor back and forth. I got one for myself and it lights up.
Despite destruction, learning they are former soldiers called gun dogs, he contemplates their identity, acknowledging the gun dogs as a band of disillusioned.
Let's see. New lunch bag.
Leo readies himself to fight, fully prepared to kill enemy soldiers if absolutely necessary.
And
One
my Dr. Pepper.
collaboration is possible, considering the gun dogs might share a common enemy. Amid heavy gunfire, enemy forces spot Leo's Perseus unit advancing rapidly toward their defensive position. Enemy squads coordinate splitting into multiple teams to trap Leo's Perseus unit from their side. From their command,
Pokemon community game Scyther escaped. No one caught it. John Aswa 5 rigged.
confuses soldiers, leaving them momentarily uncertain about his position on the battlefield. They look upward as an unexpected attack comes from above, mistaking it for one of their allies. Leo bursts into their formation, striking swiftly before the disoriented enemies can react to his assault. Leo smashes through enemy defenses.
I also got a nice beefy burrito.
Overwhelming precision and speed. He faces another armed fully committed to ending the confrontation. With a decisive slash, Leo disables another unit, hunting 5 enemies down in 9.
Ooh, God, that kid is.
Leo clashes head-on with another opponent, blades and shields exchange a strike. Leo realizes the approaching Leolapse is a customized unit, piloted by fierce enemy, Husky, challenging him directly. Husky confronted Leo, unleashing a heavily modified Leolapse unit. Its claws gleaming under the scorching battlefield sun, mechanical beasts surged forward, leaping over wreckage with unnatural speed, their metal limbs tearing through steel crates like paper. Leo analyzed the enemy's strange movements, realizing Husky's Leolapse army was faster and deadlier than standard production model. The two mechs clashed fiercely, trading rapid blows as sparks and debris filled the narrow industrial combat zone. Husky pressed forward, Leolapse jaws opening to reveal a spinning drill, taunting Leo to counterattack or be crushed. Husky's Leolapse unleashed the Howling Cannon, a spiraling blast that hammered Leo's Perseus shield with relentless force. Warning alarms blared as Leo's stabilizer failed, system integrity dropping dangerously close to shutdown levels for sustained pressure. Leo's Perseus spun to deflect incoming strikes.
Kaito Destiny Destroyer of Tuts, welcome to my channel.
Let's see, we
At
got
Kaito Destiny Destroyer of Tuts, welcome to my channel.
Aiming to cripple the Leolapse leg. The strike connected, severing key joints and sending Husky's Leolapse staggering, its mobility drastically reduced in an instant. Team Alpha prepared to assist, but a comrade warned Husky about overheating, while Leo analyzed the enemy's reactions. Husky ordered his squad to destroy the ships, claiming he could handle Perseus alone, prompting their swift dispersal. Leo dashed across the battlefield, maneuvering to stall the approaching Leolapse units and buy precious time.
Alright, let's go see if I can get some more enemy-like characters for my colony.
Forcing him to rethink his combat approach. Determined to confront Shurji directly, Leo resolved to disable the captain's mech for a face-to-face conversation. Husky's Leolapse unleashed a drilling beam, tearing through walls as Leo evaded, debris exploding across the corridor. Amid the chaos, Husky sang defiantly when Leo recognized the enemy's anthem, questioning his opponent's unwavering confidence.
Who's down
Leo
here?
assessed Perseus's full arsenal, linear rifle, missile-equipped shield, VE cannon, and a high-output energy blade. Considering his dwindling energy, Leo planned to disrupt Husky's erratic movements without overextending and risking critical system failure. Knowing a charged attack could leave him exposed, Leo hesitated, mindful of 8 more enemies still active. Leo decided he couldn't drag the fight out, determined to mislead Husky and end it decisively. With fierce resolve, Leo initiated a risky maneuver, charging while firing to disrupt Husky's aim and focus. Husky pursued relentlessly, but Leo's evasive route led him into a tight dead end within the cargo maze. Pushing Perseus to 80% power, Leo met Husky head-on, determined to break through the enemy's assault. Energy crackled as Leo's counterstrike collided midair with Husky's attack, the impact shaking the entire battlefield violently. Leo intercepted an enemy strike, Perseus's shield clanging as another Leolapse closed in from the side. Husky grinned wildly as Leo narrowly deflected a crushing blow, his mech's limbs moving with precise aggression. Husky mocked Leo's wasted energy, revealing reinforcements and shattering the expectation of a fair, one-on-one battle. Leo recalled a warning about cunning outlaws, as Husky repeated the mysterious order, Code Wexex, disperse. Remembering Georgie's gift, Leo identified Code Wexex as the enemy's strategy manual, crucial for predicting their move. Leo dismissed his mech's damaged arm as irrelevant, baiting Husky into underestimating his true offensive plan. Perseus's shield split open, revealing the hidden VE cannon,
8,
its
16,
core humming with
24.
immense stored energy. Husky realized too late that Leo had been charging the weapon the entire battle. Reaching critical out, the VE cannon unleashed a blinding discharge, its destructive force tearing through the battlefield with unstoppable momentum. The beam pierced Husky's Leolapse clean, ending the fight in a single decisive flash of overwhelming power. Leo's decisive strike incapacitated Husky.
Kaito, I meant to tell
leaving
you
the
how
Gondogs weakened
inspection
and their
went
command structure in
yesterday.
disarray.
Oh, how did your inspection go? You put the bitch in her place?
So easily after his loss. Bull
She,
ordered Alpha Team
the
to
first
rendezvous,
place she went to when
prioritizing
she got in
regrouping
here,
over
she
revenge.
tried to act all
While Husky
sweet.
reluctantly complied with the directive,
But the
Julia,
first place she ran to
restrained
was
yet
Hunter's
defiant,
room.
mocked her captors,
And I could hear her
confidently
voice, it made
exposing
me
their
laugh.
vulnerability after
'Cause Hunter
witnessing the
was like,
Gondog's failure.
I
Bull
made my
revealed
bed.
their
He was showing
uprising's
off that he made
progress,
his bed.
emphasizing Julia's capture and targeted destruction of
Yeah.
military
She
sites.
goes,
Silence.
oh. looks good in here.
Fabrics. I am just
We already knew
seeing
from
it.
that moment when she beelined to
Huh?
his room.
I don't know if I'm just
I was like,
Oh, I didn't
yep,
know you
your
were.
ass came in here when we
You
weren't.
just in the rain did not know me. Hello, I'm
And I
Luffy, I'm a
threw
wolf
her one
YouTuber.
for
I
a
play a
loop.
variety
She
of different
walked in
games for others,
expecting to
I
see
like to Dead by Daylight,
a
Phasmophobia,
torn up wall.
Minecraft. I've been doing a little bit of VR chat here and there now.
She couldn't find nothing bad to say about the
And
house.
yeah, we play a bunch of stuff here. We're here to vibe, chill, have a great time.
Don't fuck with me.
Yep.
Not when,
Evil.
not when somebody knows how to remodel a house.
Oh yeah.
The most beautiful part about it is I match paint the walls. I got the color of the paint on point.
Nice.
So it's the exact color that was on the wall previously.
That's good. That's good. Put that Karen bitch in her place. Satisfied.
Yeah, it was like she went from that, and then all of a sudden it was. So, how do y'all like these washer and dryers? I've wanted one, but I don't know nothing about them. Like, she started finding things to talk about. Like, what do you think about this washer and dryer? And she wanted to try to get concerned about my health. And see, I purposely went up there because we had the lawnmower on the way. She just sent the notice too soon. So,
Your trail upstairs.
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, she wants this grass cut. I said, I'm gonna make her uncomfortable. Mikey looked at me.
Stairs.
I was already in a pair of leggings, like legging pants. I ripped my shirt off, wanting to start cutting the grass in my fucking tank top, my sports bra, and my pants. And then all of a sudden, she wants to tell me, if y'all see me in shorts, it's because my doctor said I need vitamin D. And I just kind of looked down because that was not my thought. I was like, no, you need the other kind of vitamin D, sweetheart, because your ass a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But she ain't gonna get none because no one wants to be with her.
No, her own husband left her.
Yeah, no one wants to be with her.
Yeah, that's what I had to look back down at the dishes I was scrubbing because when she said that, that was the first thought that popped in my mind, and I had to bite down on my damn tongue because I was like, nope,
Thank you,
nope.
wifey. Appreciate you.
Because I had my phone in my bra that whole time on voice record, so you could hear everything that was being said.
Thank
have
you.
an appreciation for the fact
Oh,
that
it's
they let me
hilarious.
keep my
You the best.
EXP even when I die. Because essentially that's what this is, right? This mana pool.
It was hilarious.
It's my EXP.
Oh, that's good.
Now, what she'll try to say after walking away,
And
I don't know.
then I just get to choose how it's used.
Because she'll act one way in front of me. And then all of a sudden, here's the crazy conversation. And she's like, I don't know how you do it. And I'm like, I stop, look at her, give her a look like, what? And she goes, be at home all day with these kids and you're homeschooling. And I was like, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, homeschooling's better for them. Sure, they
Well,
don't.
see, this is what, and this is how I know because all of a sudden she says, well, back when I was a kid, that homeschooling wasn't a thing. You know, that wasn't even allowed or offered. And I never heard of it until apparently she started talking to one of her sister-in-law. And I told her, I said, well, it's like I told you. I'm not afraid to put my kids in school. I'm just tired of dealing with the bullshit of it. I said, they either don't help them or they expel my son because they don't know how to handle him.
Fantastic.
And I was like, it was in their best interest that they came home. I said, you take a classroom full of 20 kids, I mean, half of them's going to make it through the school year. The rest of them ain't going to get that far because the teacher don't have time. You got one teacher in a classroom full of 20 fucking people that learn and process things completely different from one another. I was like, they're homeschooled. I'm right here. So when they can't understand, it's easy.
There was music, so you're telling me that you guys can.
So I mean, like she literally was just admitting to my face right there that she's the one that called DSS, and I just looked at her like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Have like
I
a
kept my answer short, sweet, to the point,
3 tons an hour.
and
Dirt.
eventually she took the hint and was like, I'm gonna get up out of here. I see you're busy. I'm like,
Haven't gotten any good jokes.
I think she took the hint pretty quick because I seen her look at me when she says, "You look busy." I kind of just glanced up with that look of "Get the fuck out my house,"
Oh,
and it
here.
was like,
Okay.
"I'm gonna leave now," and I'm like,
I feel
"Yeah,
like
get the fuck up out my house."
is perfect
Long as I pay you rent, bitch,
because
this is
you get
mine.
the first one
Back
and
off.
you're like, hee hee hee, I like it.
Yeah.
The second one, we're
So
there.
that's been music this whole entire time.
Talisman, a
But it
sapphire,
was funny.
stability.
I always put music on when I play DVD.
Okay.
You're like
Now I
the
just need
series
to make these
first
into
one, you're like,
stairs.
yes, good.
But I couldn't help but bust out laughing. Like I had to quietly laugh because I saw her beeline for Hunter's room, and it was just the tone of her voice that I heard. Oh. She didn't even pull out her phone to record shit.
Very good. Very good.
She was just trying to do an intimidation thing.
Yeah.
And then she found out real quick. Mikey and I've dealt with this kind of shit since from where we lived, we grew up with it. You ain't intimidating nothing here.
She's nothing but a dirty hole. Dirty hole. Dirty skank hole.
Like if I wouldn't need to stay here, oh trust me, Mikey and I would have let her know what's up. I would have let my mouth fly, and he would have let me because we still need a place to live, you know, and we don't currently have the funds to move.
Yeah. Hell, I'm so happy with the new
I'm gonna keep
job.
it short.
I am so happy.
I know somebody gonna be making some bank over there.
Oh fuck yeah. And
I'm
so
jealous as shit. You get Monday through Thursday regular hours, $21.50 an hour, and then Friday when you go in is nothing but overtime. That's some lucky ass shit right there.
fuck yeah.
10 hours of overtime.
Whoa.
Hey.
10 hours of raw overtime pay. Coming right for
How does a
me.
job willingly let you come in every Friday for 10 hours?
Oh, it's mandatory. And it's like, I'll take it.
Ooh, okay. Hell, Mikey be walking in for once being a morning person. Good morning.
Oh, I get it's not morning for me. I work from 6 p.m. to 4:30 a.m.
Oh, he works from 6 in the afternoon to 4 in the morning, baby.
Yeah, there's 2 shifts.
Oh, still, he'd still go in with a grin on his face, trust me.
Dude,
They
what?
offer him that,
Pokemon
plus
community
mandatory
game A Wild
overtime every
Octillery
Friday,
appears
and you don't have
catch
to
it
work on the
using
weekends.
Poke
They're
Catch.
happy.
Winners revealed in 90s.
Thing is, I'll be making tarps. I'll heat mend tarps. That's all I'm doing.
Skylanders, from what I remember, was very
Wait, tarps that go for the waste dumps that they put underneath to catch all the liquid and stuff
Yep.
before they haul it away and whatnot, or for like those fisheries that have tarps on the bottom first before they put the fish in, or pools and stuff like that.
Mikey.
Yeah, nah, can't.
But I'm not super sure
Yeah.
the story behind it, so
I mean, hell, I'm fucking happy.
Thought I could duck.
Not fully.
only thing I remember, oh, Sparks had a different voice actor as True. This one, in the first game, his voice actor was Kaito, and then in this one, it's Rod.
Let's see.
The
Clean
next
this
game is
up.
the guy whose line is Eddie.
There. Freaking don't leave their storage system.
Pokemon community game Octillery escaped.
And
No one caught
I
it.
went and got Go
John
Go
Aspa 5
Burrito, which
Red.
is a Mexican restaurant. Llama man, where are you?
I don't know why you lean down like that. You need to stand up.
On Hill. No.
Oh yeah, she headbutted it good. He got headbutt in the balls.
Oh,
He
head
got
butt to the
headbutted in the
crotch.
sensitive area.
Barely hit anything else.
They even make a joke about it. They sure
The one plays a child. So it's
Going towards
perfect
main
how I
road.
don't like you. He was playing with her, trying to hug him, and this time he leaned down just right, and I watched him bend his knees, and I knew it was
If
coming.
he's
I was
right
like,
above
oh no,
us.
it's coming. And she ran at it full speed. And at the same time, she lost her footing right at the end.
They give
Slid.
some serious air in this game.
There you go. Take a bite. Make yourself happy.
They really let you get all the way up there. In the original, you really had to fight it.
It's going to hurt.
Okay. Oh, my baby girl Scarlet has come over to see Daddy. She came for the little one came in to assassinate Daddy.
No, he screamed because he saw her coming, but then at last second she goes, "Ee!" and he's like, no.
You know, we could maybe play Hero Steel too. Oh.
Now she's torturing him. She's running back and coming forward.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Drown into the cookie.
Somebody got the nut shot of a life. The old man's going down. I repeat, the old man is going down.
Mess with it.
You like how soft they are?
Someone got the whoopsie.
Hey! Kill with the spatula, demon child. No, no, no.
Warning. Bull ordered his team detective aboard the vehicle, preparing for a swift departure from the port. Their escape route led to a massive landing ship docked nearby. Ready for immediate departure into open waters, Georgie checked on Leo's condition, commending his victory despite the heavy damage to Perseus' right forearm. Exhausted, Leo admitted the battle pushed him to his limits, but the enemy's retreat granted critical respite. Georgie concluded the Gondogs met their objectives and departed aboard a stealth ship under chaff cover. Leo prepared to pursue the Gondogs, relying on Perseus and visual tracking due to radar interference. Georgie revealed Julia Sanada, Leo's academy instructor, was captured by the Gondogs and taken aboard their ship. Leo considered Julia's criticism of the organization, wondering if she might be secretly aligned with the Gondog. Determined, Leo saw the chaff smog as his opportunity to approach undetected and make critical contact. With renewed resolve, Leo activated Perseus at full power, launching at high speed toward the enemy's direction. Leo searched the waters frantically until he spotted the enemy vessel hidden within the thick chaff smog. From the haze emerged an imposing AIG, bristling with heavy weaponry and a menacing combat stance. Without hesitation, the AIG has launched a barrage of missiles directly toward Perseus from its massive shoulder pod. Leo realized missile lock was impossible in the smog, meaning the enemy relied entirely on manual targeting. Inside the cockpit, the Gondog's pilot calmly adjusted his sights, confident in his precise manual aim. Perseus weaved through the air, narrowly avoiding the incoming missiles that curved sharply in relentless pursuit. Explosions erupted across the water's surface as missed missiles detonated, sending plumes skyward while Leo pressed on. Bull acknowledged the smog's interference, calmly preparing for Perseus's inevitable approach toward their massive ship. Crew members aboard voiced concerns over the chaos Perseus brought, bracing themselves for imminent impact on deck. Landing before the AIGS, Leo tried speaking, but the enemy rejected diplomacy, branding him a government pawn. The AIG opened fire relentlessly, forcing Leo to dodge as metal rang with deadly intent. Claws tore forward as the pilot vowed revenge for 6 destroyed units.
That makes me better.
Show me where the freaks at. Preparing a desperate move.
Now imagine breaking these up from an
Amanda! Coming in for that sweet, sweet booty cake.
Kaito Destiny
And those
Omnier,
lovely muffins.
welcome to my channel. At Kaito Destiny Omnier, welcome to my channel.
Are you guys all blind?
Hey, Omni!
Look at that cake. Look at that dessert. I'm so
Kaito
dead.
Destiny, so too Mundler Shadow.
Oh.
Okay, why the fuck did that not work? Oh.
This is the first
Kaito
time
Destiny,
Mark told me
so
this.
too Mundler Shadow. Stream Elements look it's Mundler Shadow they were playing Pragmata. Go check
Why
them
are
out
you
and
so
give them
small?
some fluffy cheers and support.
I'm
Mundler
pretty sure
Shadow
many
at
of his
URL.
girlfriends have asked the same question.
That's
Oh
why
my!
it's in the bowl.
Oh my! I didn't do that. I was mentioning that you're like a little tiny speck on my screen.
Being mean to the cat day is Monday, Elf.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't start a little early.
The being super mean day to the cat is Monday.
Kaito Destiny
Oh my.
Mundler
Tachi,
Shadow, welcome to
Tachi,
my
I need
channel.
medical assistance.
At Kaito Destiny Mundler Shadow, welcome to my channel.
Amanda, that's a good clip. Kaz got owned brutally by Gloomy. Oh. Hmm. Ah.
With fury, Leo accused the enemy of killing his father, rage igniting in the tense standoff. Silence
Look how
filled the
big these
command
got.
room as Leo returned, the weight of his revelation still unspoken. Leonidas Tyler reveals his identity, confronting the enemy while explaining his father's unjust death in the Vesta sector. Determined, Leo steps forward, insisting on a conversation despite the tense standoff between the two opposing forces. The enemy pilot emerges from his damaged machine.
Well, you see,
His
the reason
imposing
Daddy
figure
isn't looking
frames
at
a
one
smoke
because you ain't
for
listening to what he asks you
introducing
to do.
himself as Captain Bull.
So when Hunter
leader of
don't
the gun
listen,
dogs, he
he
meets
doesn't get
Leonidas'
anything.
gaze with mutual recognition. Meanwhile,
What makes you
elsewhere,
think you're any
Georgie
different?
quietly prepares for action, signaling that the next phase of conflict is imminent. As a captain, he steels himself, vowing to complete his mission as a menacing armored foe reawakened. A heavily armed vessel
Daddy'll take
approached
some
the
for you.
rendezvous,
Don't worry, he'll
where
let you
Leo
know
and
how they
Captain
are.
Bull prepared for tense negotiations ahead. Surprised by Leo's youth, Husky
Hunter.
realized this kid was the skilled pilot commanding the powerful Perseus unit. Introducing himself as Officer Cadet Leonidas Tyler, Leo faced Bull, whose imposing presence reflected years of combat. With eavesdroppers blocked, Leo prepared to reveal his long story, while Bull insisted they speak directly and clearly. Bull revealed the Hero organization had tracked Leo's every movement, their tactical recon unit aware of all action. Leo listed Bull's crew, weapons, and codebook, revealing the Hero organization knew every detail beforehand. Confident, Leo admitted his academy enrollment was solely to gather greater intelligence than any opposing faction. Shared goals, Bull proposed an alliance, suggesting their combined strength could challenge the Hero organization. Bull voiced suspicion, warning Leo could be a planted agent, while Leo mentioned their upcoming Heinlein deployment. Leo promised a gift, proving loyalty upon meeting in space, ending with Bull's cautious but intrigued curiosity. Leo trusted Bull's honor, recalling his order to avoid civilian harm, which proved his disciplined conduct. Declaring respect, Leo acknowledged Bull's men as soldiers with principles, not just a reckless terrorist organization. Bull handed Leo secret instructions for a moon contact, using the passphrase English muffin for entry. Urgent news reported Julia had taken a hostage, forcing an abrupt shift in their tense standoff. Julia emerged holding the hostage, smugly revealing her deception, leaving Leo stunned and the situation dangerously unstable. Julia hinted she had a plan all along, dismissing the idea of being carelessly captured by enemies. Leo froze as Julia addressed him directly, revealing an unexpected personal connection that worried him deeply. Bull distanced himself from any allegiance to the Hero organization, rejecting association with their loyal operatives. Using a covert hand signal, Bull covertly
we're going back to
indicated a
old ways,
ceasefire
Mikey. Are you
agreement
hiding?
to Julia. Julia clarified her bond with Leo as purely student instructor, criticizing Bull's
Don't put
group
my
for lacking
spatula up, you little
revolutionary
turd.
capability. Julia revealed Bull's corporate backers, Gigatech,
Hey,
while Leo learned
put
their
it up.
operation had only been a trial.
Hey,
Gigatechs
what?
were powerful corporations producing advanced weaponry,
I know.
often operating
I
independently
watched.
from governmental
Let's
control,
see.
like sovereign nations. Julia dismissed any interest in personal alliances, rejecting overtures aimed at exploiting her influential family background. She ordered Leo to escort her to the port, confirming Perseus's operational status before departing swiftly. During the flight, Julia recognized Leo's piloting style.
What's it today, then?
Of chaff smog's effects, while urging him to wait. Julia felt the tension of battle return, the atmosphere reminding her of harsher days on the front line. Bull avoided risking his ship in a fight, deciding Julia's escape wasn't worth unnecessary destruction. He noted Leo's potential,
Other batch
suggesting
needs a
Academy
few more
students
minutes
like
and then
him
it'll be ready to
shouldn't
come out.
be underestimated in future operation. Husky, eager for revenge, claimed Leo as his target, while Bull considered slowing their overall strategy. A crewmate mocked Bull's speech, prompting him to end the chatter and order everyone back to work. An explosion tore through the ship's tower, signaling the start of a sudden, devastating assault. Bull ordered Husky to evacuate the crew as enemy mechs and aircraft rapidly closed in. Georgie emerged in a combat mech, addressing Bull with familiarity from their Space Force days. Bull recognized the pilot as Georgie Singh, an old comrade turned apparent enemy. Enraged, Bull accused Georgie of betrayal, launching a fierce counterattack as their mechs clashed violently. Georgie's mech unleashed a defensive barrage, intercepting incoming missiles in a dazzling display of precision fire. He closed in on Bull's position, dodging relentless gunfire aimed to halt his rapid approach. Georgie declared his intent to kill Bull, claiming the situation left him with no choice. Bull countered, warning of a growing force capable of defeating Georgie, as explosions consumed the battlefield. 1 month later, Leo engaged in advanced combat training, facing a simulated self-destructing Star Beast head-on. The Star Beast detonated amid the asteroid field, forcing Leo into evasive
Kitty
maneuvers
cat,
through a
hold still.
violent debris
Get
storm.
that off you.
Emerging unscathed, Team Tyler completed the session without sustaining damage, demonstrating flawless coordination and battlefield awareness. Sundiata analyzed Leo's chosen angle and precision, noting his perfect evasion throughout the entire simulation round. His improved composure earned an A+ score, prompting curiosity about the cause behind his remarkable tactical change. After weeks of non-stop mission, Clean and John anticipated a rare day off, recalling last month's chaotic break. Leo discovered a handwritten address, its significance unclear, yet stirring a quiet determination within him. He arrived early at a quiet diner, holding the note and scanning the empty surroundings. Meeting Yuri, Leo questioned the unusual secrecy, wondering why the discussion wasn't handled through secure communication. Yuri revealed the meeting's cover story, insisting on direct conversation due to the complexity of the situation. The old waiter approached with trembling hands, reassuring Leo he had already vetted the cafe staff. Leo quickly steadied the waiter, preventing spilled drinks, while assuring no harm was done during the mishap. Yuri noted Leo's changes over 2 months, pressing him to reveal the events from a month prior. At the port, Leo piloted the AIG schooner Perseus effortlessly, drawing attention from those observing. Julia questioned the coincidence, prompting Leo to reveal a secret government contact who deployed him covertly. Leo kept silent about his role, wary of Julia's skepticism and her criticism of the hero organization. Georgie commended Leo's efforts, acknowledging the difficulty of rescuing the captain during the
Pokemon community game A Wild Amora appears catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
Georgie remarked on the coincidence of encountering Leo, while Julia noted his timely rescue in an AIG suit. Julia firmly warned Georgie to stop using her cadets as personal assets, insisting they be treated as heroes. Georgie questioned if Julia's demand was personal,
I'm
while
sorry,
she
sweetie.
warned about
There you
enemies
go.
beyond the Gundam. Julia cautioned
Had to
Georgie
get that off you.
about
Didn't want that to leave a
hinting
bad
at instructors
mark
upset
on
at
you.
losing students under their watch. Julia remained uncertain of Georgie's intention, ending the exchange with a cryptic
Alright,
"This will
now I
see."
can focus
Georgie requested
on
Julia's
getting this
cooperation
colony
with question, his
fixed.
tone shifting between mockery and veiled intimidation. Parting ways, Georgie told Leo his recognition must wait, promising their next meeting would be on the moon. Leo reflected on the Gundogs incident, feeling he gained something valuable despite not defeating them. He realized some adults, like Julia, fought for cadets' rights, giving him hope for her resolve. Yuri criticized Leo's recklessness, but acknowledged his swift rise in influence, warning about overstepping a dangerous group. Leo defended his actions, seeing potential allies in the Gundogs before their complete annihilation. Yuri revealed the tactical recon unit's purge, eliminating those aware of Leo's identity, tightening secrecy around his role. Leo
Oh,
regretted
we got a new
accepting
person
more
here.
of a
Let's
role,
see who we got here.
remembering him as an honest but rigid soldier. Determined to adapt, Leo resolved to become stronger
Zombie
and cleverer
flesh,
in
huh?
both mindset and ability. Yuri advised Leo to focus on graduating into a top unit, hinting at suitable elite squad. Yuri described 2 prestigious units,
Pokemon community game Amora escaped. No one caught it. John Aswa 5 Rib.
Yuri also mentioned the formidable Titano Brigade, but Leo hinted he had an even faster plan. Leo hinted at another path for top AI pilots, one outside the military's jurisdiction. He revealed his ambition to join the Hero Organization's Tactical Recon Unit, pursuing his ultimate objective. Leo declared his intention to join the Tactical Recon Unit, believing it the fastest route to action. Yuri reminded him the Academy's prestige came from producing top officers, questioning Leo's unconventional career path. Leo planned to gain fame as a pilot, then expose and dismantle the hidden corrupt organization. Yuri warned such recognition could take over a decade.
Oh, I
but
need
Leo
more
had endured 8 years undercover already. Leo feared delay would let the Ministry of Bliss dominate Earth's authority, questioning Yuri's resistance to urgency. Yuri expressed concern, but Leo assured him he fully understood the enemy's danger from past missions. Yuri reminded him of the pending mission to obtain
Alright,
critical
Mikey.
data before Vice Chancellor
Your work
Proudman's
snacks are
return.
cooling on the
Leo
sink.
listened as Yuri warned that Proudman was formidable and not to
Yeah,
be
I made him
underestimated
something to take to
under any
work.
circumstance. Proudman addressed the cadets confidently, embodying a shrewd bureaucrat while Leo quietly studied his every move. An officer announced the top-ranking cadets as part of East Point's
There we go.
midterm evaluation for recent recruits' progress. The rankings were announced, placing David first, Leo second, and Lucia third among East Point's cadets. Sundiata took third place, and George dropped to
Hey,
fifth,
get your
quietly
fingers out my
acknowledging
drink.
Leo's impressive leap in performance. John congratulated Leo for climbing the three
I
positions,
got
filling the hall during the
67
announcement. Lucia's
anime
smile caught Leo's
video
attention,
game
leaving him and his friends
characters
surprised by the
in
unexpected
my
gesture.
colony
Rumors spread about
now.
Lucia's noble European heritage, sparking Leo's curiosity about her true background and intention. Clint teased about noble status through marriage, while George silently observed, unimpressed by their playful banter. A lecture introduced the elusive warp-type star beast, last seen 8 years ago near an asteroid belt. The incident, dubbed the Miracle of Vesta, was led by Leo's father, a celebrated AIGS pilot. Privately, Leo's aunt protested the use of his late brother's heroism for political and public gain. Grief turned to anger as accusations arose of exploiting bereaved families for manipulative propaganda displays. Leo mourned privately, recalling his father's legacy as the class applauded Rio Tyler's heroic reputation. Amid scattered applause, Millie noticed Leo's silent reaction, her gaze carrying unspoken thoughts about the tribute. Classroom chatter shifted to training fatigue, with some envying Leo's connection to a celebrated war hero. George mocked those without prestigious backgrounds, highlighting the dominance of elite families among top-ranking cadets. Choosing to avoid confrontation, Leo left with John, ignoring George's dismissive and arrogant remark. George mocked Leo's father, belittling his civilian origins and implying undeserved glory from the Miracle of Vesta. He dismissed the feat as luck, calling it an easy opportunity, further provoking Leo's restrained anger. Before Leo could respond, Millie intervened, demanding George respect the honor of Leo's late father. Flynn erupted, striking George with fierce force, warning him against further insults or belittling remarks about Leo. As tensions escalated, George retaliated, accusing Flynn of hypocrisy while trying to physically overpower him in rage. While walking, Sundiata quietly tripped George's leg. He fell hard, making Flynn surprised. Nuzaki's face was slammed into a desk, leaving him furious and demanding to know the culprit. An instructor's sudden arrival halted the fight, with John intervening to restrain the enraged Clint. All involved were punished with rifle drills, much to Clint's annoyance over the perceived unfairness. Clint apologized for dragging his friends into trouble, though he felt justified in defending Leo's honor. Clint admitted he fought because George insulted Leo's father, a comment he couldn't tolerate. Reflecting on past uncertainty, Leo felt reassured he chose East Point despite its challenge. Vice Chancellor Proudman interrupted the punishment, questioning the necessity of outdated disciplinary method. Leo watched warily as Proudman ordered the cadets to rest, his presence commanding immediate compliance. Proudman criticized and dismantled the existing rules, declaring his disdain for such antiquated notions of order. Proudman shattered the rifles with ease, declaring his contempt for punishment and violence. Proudman shattered the weapon, declaring outdated punishments abolished as cadets approached the training grounds cautiously. Leo observed Proudman's strength, suspecting bionic arms, while Chang argued that the cadets had broken strict organizational rules. Chang insisted discipline required punishment, but Proudman argued soldiers wasted cadets' time with unnecessary, outdated displays of authority. Proudman flicked something toward Chang, interrupting his protests, addressing him formally while the sergeant tried continuing his defense. Proudman pointed out Chang's undone shoelace, prompting the embarrassed sergeant to kneel and tie it immediately in silence. Proudman advised setting proper examples before preaching discipline, identifying Leo formally and instructing him to relax. Proudman suggested a future discussion with Leo, then excused himself, leaving the cadets surprised and uncertain.
Okay,
Chang
let's
dismissed the
see.
group with a sigh, leaving them wondering about the next step in their training. The cadets discussed ideological differences between leaders, realizing they had witnessed deeper conflicts within the organization's structure. Later that night, Leo confirmed contact Yuri while running, holding a photograph for identification. Yuri described Proudman's high rank, noting his influence and potential to lead the organization's top command. While running, Leo reported his ranking as second, noting Proudman's apparent personal interest in him. Yuri explained Proudman's annual tea party for elite cadets,
Without this,
a
I
tradition
can't
made
work.
to cultivate influential future leaders. Yuri asked about Captain Julia's status. Leo concealed concern, replying despite his obvious lack of rest.
Okay,
Yuri revealed Julia's
swords.
month-long interrogation by the Far East branch, with accusations threatening to brand her a traitor. Leo reassured himself that Captain Julia would endure, hiding his deeper worry behind a determined expression. During close quarters training, Lucia showcased impressive strength, easily flooring her opponent and offering technical critique mid-fight. Chang instructed cadets to spar with unfamiliar partners, while Proudman observed enthusiastically from above with binoculars. Proudman praised the cadets' efforts, calling their determination the embodiment of humanity's future potential and combat readiness. Leo launched into rapid strikes against David, showcasing speed and precision as the match intensified. Leo advanced with swift punches, testing David's defense while searching for an opening to break through. David countered with a grapple, executing a powerful throw that sent Leo crashing heavily to the ground. David prepared a decisive strike, but Leo managed to break free, regaining footing with sheer effort. David helped Leo up, acknowledging his effort while admitting superiority in close quarters combat. David revealed his wrestling background, prompting Leo to question his continued dominance with a determined challenge. David eagerly accepted another round, but Leo was unexpectedly challenged by a different opponent instead. Exhausted cadets were urged to keep fighting, with penalties involving planks for those unable to continue. Proudman approached the struggling John mid-plank, questioning the fairness of such harsh training conditions. John rejected complaints, admitting personal inadequacy as the reason for struggling rather than blaming the regiment. Proudman reminded John of their dream, pointing out the exceptional skill and determination of their peers. John, exhausted, was confronted by Proudman, who pressed him about feelings of inferiority among peers. Leo secretly observed Proudman, suggesting John consider transferring to another academy better suited to him. Proudman promoted North Point Academy, claiming it tailored training individually and encouraged leaving current hardships behind. Leaning closer, Proudman hinted at another place where John's abilities could truly flourish without comparison. Leo watched troubled, as doubts spread across John's face under Proudman's persuasive and unsettling influence. Proudman whispered to John about transferring, offering escape from harsh training for promises of comfort elsewhere. John trembled, recalling East Point as his current academy, its exhausting drills wearing down both body and spirit. Leo observed, questioning his motives, while Proudman insisted John's potential was wasted under outdated, punishing traditions. Proudman argued the academy should support unique individuals like John, rejecting rigid systems that crushed unconventional strengths and talent. Julia arrived unexpectedly, carrying a case, her confident entrance shifting the tense atmosphere surrounding Proudman's persuasive recruitment attempt. Julia confronted Proudman directly, questioning his authority to send cadets away, her presence instantly unsettling his confidence. Approaching John, Julia greeted him warmly, her sudden attention catching him off guard amidst the tense situation. She observed John's exhaustion, acknowledging East Point's rigorous drills, while subtly gauging his determination to continue enduring them. Julia reminded John that leaving was not disgraceful, noting many failed to endure the demanding military training. Reviewing his stats, Julia pointed out clear progress since enrollment, emphasizing improvement despite remaining average in performance. Julia reminded John of his purpose at East Point, reigniting the determination that had begun to fade. With renewed resolve, John declared his commitment to training, inspired by Julia's firm yet encouraging guidance. Proudman watched John's return to drills, trading sharp remarks with Julia about influencing the cadets' decision. Leo silently observed their tense exchange, sensing
Alright,
deeper
let's
motives
see.
behind Proudman's interest in John's future. At office, Proudman figure furiously questioned the decision to let Julia leave, hinting at hidden political tension. Proudman accused Georgie of sparing Julia, furious she wasn't branded a traitor despite sufficient incriminating evidence. Georgie explained interference halted proceedings, citing Ministry of Prosperity's orders influenced by powerful corporate pressure from Gigatech. Proudman realized the true opposition, reactionary soldiers allied with Gigatech, stood directly in the way of his ambition. Determined, Proudman declared both threats must be eliminated to advance advance his plans without resistance or political obstruction. Smiling, Proudman revealed a secret strategy, an upcoming special event at the Lunar City training designed to Proudman admired an ornate Emile Gally vase speaking of his reverence for beauty and its value. He likened beauty to cherished bonds and ideals, objects to be adored, protected, and treasured above all. Suddenly, Proudman smashed the vase violently, shattering it into pieces with unrestrained force and twisted satisfaction. Breathing heavily, Proudman declared beauty's destruction even more thrilling, reveling in the moment of absolute ruin. With a sinister grin, he anticipated Lunar City training, envisioning the chaos it would soon unleash. Restless in his bunk, Leo pondered when he began losing sleep, flashlight clicking in quiet frustration. He remembered Julia's words, realizing lighter sleep began after joining East Point, driven by constant vigilance and training. Meeting with John, Leo acknowledged his unique piloting experience, noting few matched his years of hands-on skill. Leo explained life energy's growth through frequent use, crediting John's AIGS core stimulation for exceptional energy output. John asked about life energy's origin, and Leo revealed every cell in the body could generate it. Georgie pointed to his chest, affirming his heart's kindness would guide him toward heroism. Before leaving, Georgie handed Leo a gift, a small but meaningful token to him. It was a penlight given on Leo's birthday, symbolizing hope and guidance in dark places. Leo asked about Georgie's return, learning it would be years, possibly after Leo's graduation. Encouraged to pursue officer school, Leo received a recommendation for the prestigious East Point Space Academy. Hearing Georgie attended East Point, Leo eagerly decided to follow the same path without hesitation. Late at night, Leo stared at his penlight, memories flooding back in the quiet darkness. Restless in sleep, Leo longed to see his father again, even if only within dream. Millie's mech stands ready at the outdoor range as Charing monitors her steadily increasing power output reading. Ear surges through the mech as Millie unleashes precise, rapid shots toward the towering practice targets ahead. Observers watch closely while Charing announces the start of Melania Blackwell's score calculation after her intense performance. The results flash on screen, 327 points, drawing praise from Charing as Millie dismounts the mech with measured composure. Walking away, Millie reflects on her fleeting distraction, realizing it cost her a higher rank this time. Proudman observes the demonstration, praising AIGS technology's potential to advance humanity if used wisely. Charing calls David to the range, while the cadet prepares his mech with focused determination. David's mech fires a powerful shot, impressing spectators as Charing begins calculating his
8,
energy. The board
16.
displays 59-30 points, leaving Millie stunned by the massive gap between their performances. John Guanve and Sundiata Musa take their
8,
turns,
16,
delivering strong scores under
24.
Charing's encouraging supervision. Flynn Big Man fires with unrestrained energy,
Yeah, that's 54
achieving an
there.
astonishing
And
score
before
of
that.
6 sequence circuit 13, shocking the gathered cadets. Overjoyed, Flynn boasts about his victory, proudly claiming his title as the
Wisebot
Great
2
Command of
viewers,
the Far East.
plus 2,
Cadets
alarm
react with
clock
disbelief
53
and
minutes and
while Millie
57
notes
seconds.
Flynn's unusually high energy despite
Let's
accusations
go
of
give the
cheating. Leo
guard
steps forward to the
here.
range, mech primed, determination burning as he readies himself for the challenge. Observers watch anxiously as Leo's output climbs rapidly, each shot pushing him closer to breaking records. Leo's shots slice through the air,
There we
but
go.
anticipation shifts as Charing prepares to reveal his score. The result, 37-91, draws surprise and mild disappointment from spectators, expecting far more from the skilled cadet. Millie and another cadet silently react to Leo's unexpected outcome. While Proudman descends the stairs, Proudman smiles at the gathered cadets, remarking on their potential as Millie's gaze follows Leo's mech. Millie reflects on Leo's dual nature, joyful among friends, yet capable of an unsettling, intimidating
Pokemon
presence.
community
Millie
game A
reflects
Wild
on Leo's
Anorith appears
mystery,
catch it using
realizing she
Poke
truly
Catch.
knows little about
Winners
him
revealed in
despite what she
90s.
experienced. A solemn ceremony marks 7 years since the miracle of Vesta, drawing citizens to honor the event. Rio Tyler's heroism is praised, his legacy celebrated more with each passing year since his sacrifice. Leaving the ceremony, Millie hears that the Tyler family once again avoided attending the official gathering. Conversation turns personal as Millie expresses her wish to meet Rio's son, holding a unique plush offering. Millie recalls Rio's joy over spaceship meals, realizing only she and her father know that detail. Embarrassed, Millie laments being misunderstood, while her father casually confirms others likely see her as strange. Determined, Millie declares her intent to attend a military academy, planning a medical career afterward. She remembers the day Rio saved them from the Star Beast attack 7 years ago. Inspired since childhood, Millie's greatest dream has always been to become someone just like Rio. Millie receives a brochure for East
See what
Point
that
Officer Academy,
Mama's about to get up.
recommended as the best by her father's contact. Her father warns
I
of the
know.
academy's harsh training, but assures she can return home anytime. Determined, Millie promises to give her all, Later
Oh my
wondering
God,
why
child,
Leo
you're
chose
gonna break
Eastpoint as well.
everything.
She wonders if Leo would answer her if she asked. While he exits the simulator exhausted, Leo, breathing heavily, gazes intensely, his expression filled with an unreadable yet powerful emotion. Leo's mech crashes violently into the ground, the impact sending debris and dust flying in every direction. Millie and the others rush toward the wreckage as officers
Pokemon community game Anorith escaped.
carefully extract
No
the
one
battered
caught
Leo.
it.
Millie checking
John
his
Aswa
breathing
5
while
rigged.
urging caution to avoid further harm. Weak and disoriented, Leo mutters dad as his friends watch in worried silence, unsure of his thought. 8 years ago, Tyler perished in the asteroid belt. News delivered solemnly to his family. His sister angrily confronted officials, demanding awareness of cruel online rumors tarnishing Ryu's heroic sacrifice. They refused to attend the memorial, enraged by lies claiming Ryu fled from the deadly star beast. Bitterness grew. To them, Ryu wasn't a hero, merely another victim exploited for dangerous colonization effort. Revealing classified files, they accused the GEL of orchestrating his death under a diversion stamp conspiracy. Determined for justice, Yuri told Leo their fathers were exploited, pleading for help to expose corruption. The revelation struck Leo hard, realizing supposed heroes were manufactured, their sacrifices staged for propaganda and control. Leo awoke in a hospital bed, disoriented, struggling to remember events leading to his sudden injury. Millie and others gathered, relieved he survived, their expressions masking concerns about the truth behind his accident. Leo recalled training before the crash, confirming his identity at East Point Space Force Academy to medics. Doctors confirmed Leo's injuries were minor. Millie had given first aid, earning his grateful thanks. Ordered to rest, Leo was assigned an escort, preparing to leave the medical wing for recovery. Walking together, Millie suggested he might be overworking, but Leo insisted on aiming for top performance. Millie proposed a quick detour to the military museum, piquing Leo's curiosity as they approached. Inside the vast hall, Millie led him confidently, certain their nighttime visit would uncover something important. They stood before the towering Zulab unit, its imposing frame gleaming under the museum's artificial lights. Millie revealed her fondness for Zulabs, sparking Leo's own memories of admiration for the powerful machine. She asked if Leo loved his father, prompting a bittersweet but heartfelt affirmation from him. Leo confessed feeling deep sorrow for his father's fate, emotions stirred by the imposing war machine. Catching himself, Leo masked his sadness with a smile, asking Millie to forget his vulnerable moment. Millie hesitated, then began to speak about Leo's father, unsure if the topic would hurt him. She praised his courage, noting his lack of military training made his sacrifice even more remarkable. Millie enthusiastically admitted watching every broadcast about him, while Leo clenched his fist at the memory. Leo snapped, telling her not to speak as if she knew his father's true self. Before she could respond, guards confronted them, forcing the pair to flee the museum into the night. They caught their breath under the night sky, knowing discovery was inevitable after their museum intrusion. Leo apologized for snapping earlier, Millie brushing it off despite joking about potential harsh punishment. He admitted blame, recalling how childhood encouragement pushed his father toward the hero organization's recruitment. Leo reflected that without his suggestion, his father might never have gone to space. Tears welled as Leo confessed wishing his father had remained ordinary, alive, and by his side. Millie turned away, apologizing, then revealed she had been present during the events involving Leo's father. She disclosed being part of the famed Miracle of Vesta, shocking Leo with the revelation. Her story began 8 years prior, living on the Vesta frontier base with her military doctor father. Millie showed a small Zulab from Leo's father, a treasured gift she still carried with her. She recounted witnessing him defend their ship from a star beast, insisting his actions saved her life. Millie tearfully admitted believing Leo's father died saving her, longing to apologize to him directly. Leo, stunned by her confession, called her name, sensing the depth of her guilt and sincerity. She explained her absence from memorials, requesting a chance to express her truth despite past misunderstanding. With tears, Millie declared that Leo's father saved her life, a debt she could never repay. Accusations resurfaced, branding their fathers as expendable pawns, heroes in name only, used for propaganda and control. Millie, voice trembling, prepared to reveal her truth about Leo's father, locking eyes with him. Through tears, she declared Leo's father as her hero, forever grateful for the life he saved. Millie trembled as she revealed her truth. Leo's father had once saved her life from destruction. Leo stood silent, overwhelmed by guilt and memory. The past, long buried, returned with aching weight. Millie tried to smile through tears, asking for space, reminding him he too needed healing time. Leo walked alone, down the stairs and into silence, struggling to face the shadow of legacy. Leaning against cold steel, Leo recalled Millie's words. His father's sacrifice now lit a forgotten path. Tears streamed down Leo's face. The weight of truth shattered the wall he'd built for years. He looked skyward, whispering his longing to the stars. Memories of his father now burned bright. Alone beneath streetlight, Leo questioned everything. If his father lived, would he have walked this path? Lying sleepless in bed, Leo searched his heart. His childhood dreams blurred beneath grief and confusion. His gaze hollow, Leo wondered what dreams once guided and why had he forgotten them completely. As a child, Leo sat beneath the stars with his father, the city glowing in silence. They spoke of dreams and futures. His father had many, but none mattered more than family. Leo laughed.
Are you gonna go gremlin again, huh? You gonna go gremlin again?
Being your dad, he said, embracing Leo tightly, a memory that would outshine all other moments. His father departed to space with a smile.
Let's see, stone brick walls.
Unspoken goodbye. Leo screamed through the chaos, begging his father not to leave. Regret pierced deeper than any wound. Before vanishing, his father smiled and spoke proudly. Leo was, and would always be, his greatest success. Waking from a dream, Leo's heart was heavy, yet his father's words stayed warm within him. Facing morning light, Leo stood still. For the first time in years, he truly breathed again, fully recovered. Leo returned to training with Cap Julia, his resolve sharpened by love and memory. Under orders, the training mech charged. This test was real. Leo would have to survive alone. Alone in the cockpit, Leo recalled his father's advice. His heart burned with a familiar fire. Power surged dangerously. His memories of joy and loss unlocked strength deeper than training ever could provide. In one fierce motion, Leo fired focus.
Keen andesite diorite granite.
Every wound, every dream flowed into action. A blinding blast carved the sky. For the first time, Leo fought not to forget, but to become. Leo's blast annihilated the target range in a sweeping arc, shaking the earth with radiant force. Julius stared in disbelief. His score was off the charts. For Leo Tyler, limits no longer applied. Even seasoned officers were stunned. Leo had unlocked something dormant, raw purpose fueled by Leo emotion. The ruined equipment was a cost. Leo
Here's your
accepted the
Nutcracker
fallout,
3000.
prepared for punishment he thought he deserved. Julius saw it clearly. Leo wasn't chasing victory. He was chasing
Mama's
something
gotta start
lost,
dinner.
buried deep in time. She struck his chest and reminded
I just
him
went ahead and made dessert
her
early.
words cut through hesitation. She acknowledged Leo's talent, but reminded him talent alone wasn't enough to reach true leadership or great. Walking off, Julia left Leo with a challenge. No one, no matter how gifted, rises alone. As Leo stood stunned, his squad called to him, their voices steadying him more than he expected. His team approached smiling. He wasn't alone. Whatever greatness meant now, it would be shared together. Leo smiled as his team welcomed him back. Millie blushed, hiding feelings she barely understood herself. Queen teased them, sensing something more.
You come here.
Leo stayed quiet, unsure what had truly changed. Their group stood
There,
united.
shield.
Whatever tests awaited, they'd face them together. But elsewhere, someone investigated in secret. Yuri uncovered something buried, files hidden by the hero organization. Name, links, report. One name repeated. Ryu Tyler. A chilling thought struck Yuri. Leo's father wasn't lost in duty. He may have been eliminated. Yuri discovers a classmate's involvement in the miracle of Vesta, missing from all official records. Leo reflects on his father's legacy, realizing its influence still echoes through the hero organization today. Under the stars, Leo acknowledges every sacrifice made, understanding deeper layers of loss and hidden truths. Yuri and Proudman resolve to retrieve restricted files from the Vice Chancellor to expose secrets. Leo vows to attend Proudman's tea party, believing it's key to unraveling the buried conspiracy. Leo questions the truth behind his family's death, wondering why they were labeled heroes despite contradictions. Yuri hides his growing concern, feigning calm, while guilt builds over the secrets he's yet to reveal. Digging deeper, Yuri finds classified documents labeled Project S, a truth too dangerous to share prematurely with Leo. A combat drill begins in zero gravity. Cadets must defend bases in a live-fire simulated faction war. George monitors Leo's unit on screen, analyzing strategy and weaknesses as tension rises between rival simulation squads. George prepares to surpass Leo in battle, as Team A and Team B clash in combat simulation. George commands his squad to pin Leo down, initiating a flurry of coordinated fire from all sides. Leo evades their trap with blinding speed, forcing George's squad into a high-speed pursuit over Greece. Dodging projectiles, Leo maneuvers through asteroids. George grows frustrated at Leo's unmatched acceleration and sharp reflexes. Leo breaks through formation, directly engaging George with rapid, heavy strikes. forcing a desperate clash of blades. George launched a surprise strike at Leo, smiling viciously, certain his ambush would end the simulation quickly. Leo's instincts activated before reason. He dodged narrowly, his suit reacting faster than even he understood why. Firing relentlessly, Leo drove George back. Their mechs collided in flashes of fire until George was struck. A system alert echoed. George's unit surpassed damage limits, temporarily disabled. Leo seized the short window to retaliate. Leo destroyed the enemy base. Observers watched in awe as Leo, silent and precise, claimed a flawless victory. He began noticing changes. His suit no longer felt mechanical. It moved like an extension of staring at the lineup of idle suits. George boiled with resentment. His pride couldn't accept losing to Leo. George called Leo's success a joke, but Leo simply walked forward, calm and observant of George's mindset. He analyzed George's movement pattern, offering advice. George, defensive at first, didn't expect support from his rival. Leo admitted he studied George's data. Quietly, George realized Leo had never belittled him, only recognized his effort. He praised George's persistence, revealing he'd always seen him as a fighter with remarkable dedication and drive. George admitted training obsessively, but still failing. Frustration boiled. Raw effort seemed meaningless against natural talent. Leo calmly revealed he'd fought over 20,000 matches since childhood. His advantage came purely from obsession, not gifts. He insisted George had better instincts. With fewer matches, his progress was impressive, and his talent, possibly greater. Both were hungry to improve. Leo tracked strong peers meticulously, offering George advice to sharpen his reaction. Before Leo could walk away, George called out. He hesitated, then apologized for the things he'd said. He finally admitted fault, referencing hurtful words about Leo's father. Leo smiled quietly, recognizing his rival's sincerity. Leo raised his hand with a grin. He offered to join George's next VR training match. Surrounded by peers, George clenched his fist and declared it. Leo was simply better. Everyone stopped and listened. George's words echoed in front of the others. Leo had earned not just victory, but lasting respect. The Vice Chancellor greeted Leo warmly, praising his performance. With a grin, he extended a personal invitation. Leo accepted eagerly. It seemed like a casual gathering, but Proudman's invitation felt carefully chosen and highly deliberate. From afar, Lucia watched. Every opportunity brings attention, and not all eyes are friendly observers. Leo, Lucia, and David entered the room where Proudman awaited, smiling behind a table of sweets. They were praised as top cadets. Proudman invited them to tea, eager to learn more. David thanked him politely, but Leo noticed something odd. His eyes locked onto a strange tablet. Later, Leo contacted Yuri, who confirmed the tablet stored encrypted files, crucial data from the self-realization data. Yuri handed Leo a chip, instructing him to quietly install the back door during the tea gathering. Leo accepted the mission. Yuri hinted the data was a list, names of targets or allies. Leo reassured Yuri he wasn't alone. Proudman distracted guests with exotic tea and imported sweets. Leo observed Proudman's flawless grip. That hand wasn't cybernetic, a real body, raising deeper questions about him. Proudman casually shifted the conversation.
Botrix thanks at Lurk24 for the 1 kicks.
Hey Lurk, thank you very much for the 1 kicks. Kick it up, buddy. Dude, hope you're having a great and fun time.
Leo hesitated briefly, calculating risks. He knew revealing too much might expose his mission too early. Despite second thoughts, Leo declared his intention to join Crimson Squad, direct, bold, and suspiciously aligned. David smirked at Leo's decision. Tension grew, rivalry born under Proudman's watchful, calculating gaze. Proudman laughed theatrically, celebrating their brilliant youth, but Leo sensed manipulation behind that too-perfect praise. Lucia remained undecided. Leo deflected attention to a painting, using the moment to ready his move. Leo asked to inspect the artwork, using the chance to move closer to Proudman's nearby desk. Spotting the terminal, Leo masked his intent behind
Pokemon Community Game. A wild jump bluff appears. Catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
Swiftly reached for the exposed device, but the backdoor install began. Leo silently counted down as the seconds ticked, masking nerves with admiration. The chip clicked into place, install complete. Leo exhaled. Mission accomplished, slipping away before suspicion could form. Leo returned calmly, deflecting suspicion. Internally, he resolved to stay close and dig deeper into Proudman. Suddenly, a violent yank from behind ripped Leo upward, his teacup shattering midair in complete shock. Proudman's demeanor twisted. He restrained Leo, revealing sharp awareness, claiming he noticed even the slightest behavioral shift. With a sinister grin, Proudman leaned close and demanded answers, accusing Leo of pocketing something incriminating. Leo struggled as Proudman reached into his uniform pocket, fingers closing in on whatever he had hidden. Proudman pulled out only a chocolate. Leo, calm and feigning guilt, claimed he'd saved it. Leo bowed humbly, offering to accept punishment. Proudman paused and suddenly burst into laughter, accepting the excuse. With exaggerated generosity, Proudman offered Leo an entire handful. Leo smiled, hiding pain in his arm. Leo played along. Proudman admitted he overreacted, and Leo subtly maneuvered the conversation back to pleasantry. A group photo sealed the moment. Leo smiled, but Lucia's silence hinted at quiet suspicion. Lucia casually commented on the camera's quality. The she approached Proudman with her own
Pokemon community game Jumpluff escaped. No one caught it. John Aswa 5 rigged.
David agreed instantly. Proudman seemed pleased, perhaps too pleased, as Leo kept quiet, eyes narrowed with cautious doubt. Proudman accepted the invitation. The academy buildings loomed under stars, unaware of the storm quietly gathering. Outside, Leo returned the chip to Yuri. He had swapped it last second. The mission survived. Lucia appeared beneath the moonlight, returning the real chip. Leo now had a powerful, silent ally. Lucia von Weisberg arrived quietly, her noble origins casting doubts on her true purpose and allegiance. Leo cautiously thanked her. Though her presence was welcome, trust remained a luxury they couldn't afford yet. Assigned a dangerous mission, Leo gathered clues and resolved to proceed, knowing Lucia would support him secretly. In a coded photograph, Leo confirmed Lucia's identity. She was indeed the mysterious ally Yuri had trusted. Before heading out, Leo requested information passed to Lucia. After retrieving the chip, everything would finally begin. Lucia confirmed the backdoor succeeded. Their distraction with chocolate fooled even the Vice Chancellor's sharp gaze. Leo admitted he baited surveillance, confirming tactical recon watched him closely. Just as he had hoped, behind formal handshakes, hidden alliances formed. Lucia doubted Leo's trust, but he remained cautious and quietly committed. Even when questioned about betrayal, Leo remained steadfast. His loyalty to Yuri anchored his growing trust in Lucia. Leo accepted consequences without hesitation. If betrayed, he'd fall, because real faith doesn't wait for perfect assurance. Leo reviewed the shortlist. Out of 400 cadets, Lucia wasn't on any of the files. Lucia's absence from all lists puzzled Leo. Someone of her rank shouldn't be invisible to Yuri's analysis. Lucia casually admitted memorizing all profiles. Leo suspected Yuri planted a false name, just to test him. As the VR scrimmage approached, Lucia revealed Yuri's plan to hack the system mid-event for surveillance leverage. With their ranks combined, Lucia teased Leo while proposing an alliance that was both tactical and flirtatious. Lucia warned Leo not to hold her back. He replied firmly, accepting the risk of alliance. She left with a grin and light steps, promising to meet him again after 2 days. Leo trusted Yuri's judgment, but privately admitted he'd need more time to fully understand Lucia's intent. Unseen, Lucia reported back to Yuri's surveillance. Her evaluation of Leo held behind careful observation and doubt. Lucia questioned Leo's resolve, sensing hesitation. Yuri's plan was set, but Leo's true motives remained uncertain. Leo's trauma resurfaced after revisiting his father's death. Something inside him changed, sharpening his resolve quietly. Lucia agreed to support Leo, but only as long as his usefulness aligned with her personal goals. Yuri confirmed the plan. During training, he'd hacked Proudman's system to extract their most sensitive internal data. He needed just 15 minutes, no more, to extract a dangerous, classified T-file hidden deep within enemy system. The T-file revealed everyone the hero organization deemed a threat, a list of potential traitors and rebels. The team reviewed possible allies, elite warriors, rebels, corporation, hoping to find forces strong enough to shift fate. Lucia eagerly awaited results, her excitement rising as her father's involvement signaled deeper roots in the conspiracy. On the rooftop beneath the stars, she admitted it. What she truly loved was strategic manipulation. 2 days later, the VR AIG's simulation began, launching the high-stakes joint combat training session as planned. With the top 4 cadets entering the arena, the real test of loyalty, strategy, and deception finally began. David and Sandiata stepped forward. Leo and Lucia faced them, knowing this match would test everything. Spectators murmured. Leo's piloting was unmatched, but pairing him with Lucia felt dangerously overpowered and unfair. All eyes turned to Lucia's. The outcome would depend on her ability to sync with Leo. David and Sandiata weren't aiming to win fast. Their plan was endurance, disruption, and a brutal finish. The hero organization announced the VR match. Gathered as tension thickened inside the arena. David declared victory over Leo, presenting his badge confident. Leo stood frozen, Shocked by David's bold challenge, Leo accepted David's handshake, hiding doubt. As he walked off, David sensed something uncertain in Leo's eyes. Lucia reminded Leo of their mission. Distracted, he hesitated, unsure about the objective or their real strategy. Unbeknownst to them, Vice Chancellor Proudman observed everything closely, his hands folded, concealing a deeper hidden motive. Yuri prepared to breach Proudman's terminal. David ordered stealth. One mistake, and their cover was gone. Leo entered the arena with determination. His mission, stall the match and keep Proudman fully distracted. Lucia and Leo struggled to synchronize, but she promised to adapt when it mattered during the operation. Everyone watched the screen. Teams were finalized. The crowd buzzed. Leo and Lucia's match was moments away. Among the watchers, George stood silent, known for skill. His presence stirred tension, not dared voice aloud. George defended himself, saying he'd apologize to Leo. Tensions remained, especially with others still holding grudges. After some arguing, the group reconciled. Attention shifted toward which AIG is
Oh, that switched around, didn't it?
sparked. Zulab's legacy versus Siegfried's balance. Quinn doubted Leo's pick would be a risky old model. Discussion
I know what you're
ended as
doing.
the
Go
announcement
on.
arrived. Everyone turned toward the screen.
Daddy'll
Final
get
next
you if you
selections
start
were
sneaking
being
near his
revealed.
work
Leo
cookies.
chose Perseus, while Lucia selected Ludmila. Sleek, deadly machines, perfectly matched for what was coming next. David selected the Garuda unit, its crimson blades menacing. Sandeata paired with the heavy-frame sniper Ogun Olwa. Spectators admired Leo's Perseus. Lucia's Ludmila, a sniper model, surprised them with its sharp precision design. Sandeata's Ogun Olwa stunned the movement. A rare beast-legged mech, armored heavily, built for pressure and endurance. David's Garuda raised concern. Fast and unstable, veterans claimed it exhausted pilots. Only experts dared command it. Garuda's reveal confirmed suspicion. Exclusive to Crimson Squad, David's authority and rank were far higher than expected. David's Garuda wasn't just for show. It was a flagship model, almost commander tier. He meant business. Tension escalated when Chancellor Togo entered. Proudman smiled nervously. Togo's presence meant high stakes for everyone involved. The two leaders watched side by side. Togo expected a spectacle. Proudman grew more alert than amused. The battlefield was set. A deserted island simulating orbital conflict. 15 minutes to outwit and outlast. Rules were simple. Eliminate both opponents. Lucia and Leo faced David and Sandeata. Equal weapons. No excuses. The battle began. Ludmila and Perseus deployed first, thundering across the terrain. The match was live. Lucia's signal reached the hacker.
The devilish
Systems
grin
green.
this child
Yuri
just had
watched
in there when I handed her a cookie.
typing furiously to breach Proudman's terminal. Back at the control room, classmates analyzed strategies. Lucia's sniper support paired perfectly with Leo's agility. Ludmila took position in the forest. Hidden and patient, she watched the field for clean shots. Garuda hovered ominously. Though built for melee, its hidden energy cannon changed the equation instantly. David held back at first, reading Leo's rhythm. His strategy, one overwhelming strike to end everything. Inside his cockpit, Leo considered a trick shot, wasting energy to delay, but it felt dishonorable and wrong. Lucia urged Leo to stall near the center. He pushed forward, determined not to falter under pressure. David unleashed Garuda's energy cannon. With a primal shout, he fired straight at Leo's incoming position. The blast roared through the battlefield, ripping air and earth alike. A direct hit looked unavoidable. Leo's eyes widened. The blast carved through the terrain with monstrous force. He barely avoided certain destruction. Spectators gasped as debris erupted skyward. Garuda's opening move had shattered the terrain without warning or mercy. Millie watched the devastation on screen. Flames and smoke covered the forest. Her voice trembled. Leo before the dust settled. David charged. Ogon Blah closed in. Leo raised Perseus. There was no escape. Cadets launched the simulation suit into VR skies. Energy flaring behind. The test had finally begun. Flynn panicked.
I'm
as
making your
Leo's
dinner. You
AIG
gonna make me cook in the
fired
dark all night?
authorized full power shot. Leo stared, stunned by the aggression. Inside the cockpit, David frowned. His charged beam unexpectedly struck Leo's mech, breaking formation and initial plan. Leo retaliated with brutal speed, his unit closing distance. Blades clashed midair. Sparks burst through impact line. He blocked incoming strikes. System shaking. The simulation grew violent. Both pilots ignored safety caps and control warnings. Sandeata joined the battle, backed by teammates. Their combined formation pressured Leo's unit into a defensive stance. Multiple suits rushed in with precision. Blades clashed, dodges tightened, and Leo was forced into retreat. Lucia's mech was struck mid-motion. Sandeata panicked, shouting her name, unsure if the impact caused serious damage. From high ground, Lucia aimed steadily. Her scope locked onto Sandeata, whispering his
Your
name.
behavior determines whether you
David
get more
gave firm
cookies or not, or do I send them
Sandeata
with your
was to
daddy
lead
to
the
work?
fight and retrieve Lucia before it escalated. Leo's mech met its rival blade first. David watched closely, tracking his opponent's speed.
Because your
and
dad
formation
would probably
rate. Leo
really
countered
enjoy
swiftly,
taking on the work.
forcing David back. Steel rang, energy surged, and dust spiraled around their clashing weapon. David questioned Leo's hesitation. Leo evaded instead of attacking. His movements measured. Something deeper held him from striking. In a memory, David stood before his father. Cold air and trophies surrounded their strained reunion meeting. David revealed his hero organization contact. His father remained distant, unimpressed by military titles or structured ambition. David explained his meeting with Director Kaito. The hero organization offered him officer training, fully sponsored. Despite the tempting offer, David firmly declined. He chose East Point, his own path, not theirs. Staring at the decorated wall, David admitted his quiet desire to match his father and sister's legacy. David's father issued a final warning. Soldiers inherit their name, but never escape its shadow or weight. Left alone, David reaffirmed his resolve. Strength, pain, and pride shaped his choices, not approval or an easy road. Despite his training, David doubted himself. He feared he'd never match his father's name or strength. Leo challenged him directly, recognizing his relentless drive and asking if he felt the same. They trained hard, studied harder, and bonded. David saw his own faults reflected in Leo. Both aimed for Crimson Squad. David, surprised by the connection, welcomed the competition and something deeper than rivalry. David couldn't have made peace like that, but he admired those who could and learned from them. He demanded answers as Leo searched ahead. His movements were reckless, like something had shifted inside him. Leo's strike landed with terrifying force, carving into the ground. The watching pilot froze, stunned by intensity. Mechs collided at full velocity. Each swing met resist, sparks rained, neither fighter gaining ground or momentum. Their blows shook the landscape. Leo pressed forward harder, while David fought back, refusing to yield control. Spectators watched breathless. Leo and David, now out of mech, locked eyes, neither willing to step back. David noticed Leo deliberately pulling away. His strikes missed intentionally. Something deeper was driving his retreat. David listed scenario: trap, system error, or stalling. Meanwhile, Sundiata struggled to pin down Lucia's aim. David ruled out a trap. Lucia was busy elsewhere. It had to be stalling. He soared wide. Leo moved with speed and precision. No sign of malfunction. David locked on, more curious than angry. David clenched his controls. He finally realized Leo wasn't hesitating out of weakness. He was protecting something. David realized Leo had never truly opened up. Not even at East Point Academy. He saw through Leo's eyes. Layers of control and secrecy. Was it tied to his father? Leo purged his weapons mid-flight, accelerating wild. He wasn't trying to win. He wanted to be understood. David grinned fiercely. Garuda was ready. Leo wouldn't escape now, not without answering with full strength. David launched forward, roaring. He didn't want victory. He wanted Leo to burn bright. Just one. David struck with fury, determined to break Leo's silence, even if it meant tearing truth out violently. Garuda launched a brutal opening strike. Sparks flew as Leo activated his defense protocols and counter-thrust module. David shouted in panic. Leo's mech took a hit, but he barely deflected Garuda's piercing energy blade. Their weapons clashed violently. Leo blocked again.
Okay, course fruit.
Unaware Leo was preparing his hidden heat cannon. Sweat formed on Leo's brow. Time ticked slowly. He realized the match wasn't even halfway through. Proud man observed calmly. Leo had to stall Garuda's assault, buying Yuri enough time to retrieve the T-Fly. Yuri connected to the central server. His fingers flew, decrypting security firewalls with urgent practice precision. Iris scan confirmed Proudman's likeness. Leo's earlier scan data enabled perfect mimicry, bypassing advanced biometric authentication. Instantly, with access granted, Yuri initiated the T-File download. 6 minutes remained, just enough if uninterrupted. Leo stood firm in the simulator. Yuri believed in him. The entire plan hinged on survival. One night prior, Yuri confronted Leo privately. There was something critical to ask before they acted. Yuri confronted Leo's resolve, questioning his loyalty. Emotions stirred, but Leo's eyes remained cold and fixed. Leo answered firmly. His hatred for the hero organization hadn't faded. The mission still mattered. As dawn approached,
Pokemon community game A Wild Dragonair appears. Catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
David unleashed rapid energy strike. His mech moved with relentless precision toward Garuda. Leo blocked an incoming slash, barely in time. Sparks erupted as metal screamed under mounting pressure. David's attack severed Leo's mech arm. Spectators gasped. Leo kept retreating, damaged and defenseless, but deliberate. Lucia and Sundiata mobilized from the opposite flank, Their timing aligned perfectly with Leo's strange retreat. Sendiata landed the first sniper shot. Lucia shielded their advance. Enemy reaction was swift, brutal, and mocking. Lucia dodged narrowly. Her mech's movements were sharp, agile. Sendiata held position, absorbing damage with calm precision. A counterstrike hit Sendiata's rifle optics. The scope cracked. Visuals gone. Lucia's monitor fizzled with static interference. Sendiata charged fiercely toward Lucia's loading unit. Their mechs collided at full velocity, dust and sparks bursting outward. Lucia calmly focused her aim. Despite damage, she fired two shots into both enemies. Stunned, Lucia's double shot crippled his movement. He couldn't believe her accuracy without visual feedback. The enemy mech responded with brutal force, crushing Lucia's weapon system. Her unit collapsed under the final strike. Mila was declared combat inactive. Proudman laughed in triumph. Spectators watched in shock, unable to process the devastation.
Pokemon community game Dragonair escaped. No one caught it. John Aswa 5 rigged.
David remained on the field. Though frustrated, Lucia watched with hope. 1 minute remained. Leo only needed to survive a little longer. David challenged Leo head-on, demanding a true fight. Leo hesitated. His orders were to stall, not win. Leo watched David charge. He understood the anger. Their battle was personal, but this mission came first. Torn by conflict, Leo whispered regret. In another life, they might have been friends, but this wasn't it. Leo held his ground. David screamed in frustration. Time ticked, 30 seconds left. Yuri wasn't. The countdown hit 10 seconds. Leo and David faced off. Pressure rose. A final clash loomed. George noticed Leo's repeated backdash pattern. David analyzed it instantly, a habit too predictable to ignore. David smirked. He recognized the tell. 4 seconds remained. Leo was wide open at long range. David launched forward with explosive speed. The final strike began. Distance vanished as shouted Leo's name. Yuri shouted. The data was secured. Leo, breathing heavily, thanked David without needing more words. Both mechs prepared their final stand. Countdown at 1 second. Neither hesitated. They knew the end. David charged with a smirk. Leo countered. Their weapons clashed, sparks flying in a blinding arc. At 0, Leo struck cleanly. With time expired, his blade landed. One decisive blow for every. David realized too late. Leo's predictable move had been a feint. Silence followed. It was over. The final buzzer sounded. The simulation ended. All units were down. Officials confirmed. Match time expired. With Lucia and David eliminated, only Leo and Sendiata's mechs remained. The result flashed. Official draw routed. George analyzed Leo's repeated move. A backdash feint used deliberately to bait David's final reckless strike. His strategy relied on David's trust and pattern. One feint, precisely timed, landed the decisive finishing blow. Though disappointed, David and Sendiata accepted it. They acknowledged Leo's tactics were simply beyond their current level. David volunteered without hesitation, determined to prove his tactical potential. He stood before the evaluators, confident. Leo and Lucia observed David's performance. Their scores depended on teamwork. David completed his role perfectly. Despite success, Leo analyzed deeper risks. Ranking decline would affect mission access and operational authority moving forward. Motivated, Millie committed to extra VIP training, aiming to match Leo's combat readiness. During simulation, her unit struggled. Watching Leo fight ahead, Millie realized her current skills still lacked. Professor Proudman praised the match, impressed by the fierce competition and growth shown between student rivals. While admiring the new sculpture, he compared youthful energy to classical beauty with dramatic admiration in each layer. The statue unexpectedly shattered and attacked, sending Proudman flying, leaving him confused, stunned, and deeply heartbroken. Recovering, Proudman gave calm instruction. Behind his words, concern stirred. He suspected deeper interference from Central Command. David's father received word. Togo poured a drink, quietly proud of David's effort and spirit. Marshal Gorchevsky, nostalgic, shared thoughts with Togo. He missed academy days, free from politics' weight. Marshal Gorchevsky, respected, firm, stood as a key figure within the command structure. A high-profile lunar event approached. Marshal would attend, reluctantly hosting elites from government and corporate sector. He acknowledged the spectacle's political nature, but stressed its value as a perfect scouting opportunity. Disillusioned yet resigned, Togo stared at the moon, noting how little it changed amidst chaos. David met Leo under moonlight. He had something personal to share. something from long before today's mat. David revealed a small object his father gave him years ago, now held tightly in his hand. It was a dumbbell, gifted on his birthday, a symbol of effort, not play or comfort. David recalled being a late bloomer. His father was strict with others, but gentle with him. He trained daily, hoping to earn pride. His effort, though childish, was rooted in sincere love. David admitted it was the first time he'd shared that story. He praised Leo's final move. He noticed Leo's hesitation during the mat. What seemed like strategy masked something deeper, uncertainty and restraint. David realized he barely knew Leo. To connect, he shared his own story and waited. He didn't push. He simply offered space. Leo didn't need to respond now. Just someday.
Go get your sister.
David smiled, calling them friends. Leo, flustered, joked about cheesiness, but quietly, he appreciated being truly seen. Leo, still unsure, wondered if he could have truly been David's friend, if things
She
were
went down the
different.
hall.
David turned to leave, but Leo finally responded, saying he'd share
Thought
his
he was
own
in the
story
bathroom.
someday. Leo made his promise out loud. David smiled, reminding him not to wait too long. David stepped ahead. Leo took a private call. Yuri had information David couldn't be allowed to hear. Yuri cracked part of a file, a purge list. The target, someone close, something Leo wasn't ready for. Leo froze. The org's prime target was Marshal Gorshevsky, David's father, his strongest ally and closest bond. Marshal Gorchevsky, legendary war hero and commander, addressed the Global Assembly, stirring pride and suspicion alike. Despite public admiration, Yuri confirmed Gorchevsky was under secret surveillance,
No.
raising questions
That
about
stuff.
hidden military agendas.
So the builder can
Gorchevsky's
work on
presence
stuff.
proved
I'm going to
resistance
eat some of
remained
my
inside the
burrito.
military. Leo asked if they could meet him direct. Yuri warned Leo that contacting Gorchevsky was suicidal. Surveillance surrounded him. Every move would be tracked. Lucia proposed using Leo's old friend David for access. The team now faced an impossible infiltration mission. David revealed the plan. During Moon City's graduation party, they'd confront the Marshal face-to-face. Yuri believed decrypting the two file could expose a secret. Gorchevsky might oppose the hero organization internally. Lucia urged Leo to maintain his bond with David. Yuri insisted the Marshal still had time. Leo feared the truth might sever his friendship with David, or awaken a greater dangerous loyalty. Deep down, Leo hoped David would choose him, not his father, and fight together against the coming storm. David greeted Leo with a smile. His casual cheer masked the tension growing between them. Lucia teased Leo while observing reaction. She played her role perfectly, an ally hiding in plain sight. Lucia intentionally stirred attention with everyone watching. Their close interaction would now seem completely natural. Lucia's plan worked. Pretending affection allowed them freedom. Private moments wouldn't draw suspicion from staff again. Other cadets began gossiping. If Lucia liked Leo, then David was fair game. No obstacles remained. Millie's friend teased her. Suddenly, Leo approached Millie directly. In front of others, he asked for a private moment later. Millie agreed, confused but intrigued. Her friends quickly misunderstood, fueling gossip and raising her expectations wildly. While Millie blushed, that evening Leo and Millie met under the stars. He remained serious while she beamed. Millie laughed freely. Their curfew-breaking meeting
dear.
felt thrilling, like an adventure only the two of them shared.
Chihuahuas.
Millie noticed Leo's flashlight. Curious, she asked
I can
if
hear you
it
walking
was a
up.
gift, not bought. Leo
Also,
didn't seek
back
advice,
there, it's close.
just perspective. Millie listened, realizing something deeper weighed on his
You went
mind
there.
tonight. Under the stars, Leo confessed his struggle. He owed someone
can't say
honesty
that.
but feared changing everything forever. Leo told her all his worries, hoping Millie would understand. But Millie assumed romance. But Leo revealed the truth was about David, not a girl, unsettling her. Embarrassed, Millie panicked. Leo recalled Millie's story about his father.
His
Her
life.
words, once casual, had truly lifted
Hey,
him. He
Kaito.
admitted her support came
Good
when he
night.
needed it most. Millie had waited for impact. Leo confessed truth
He's
about him. Truth about David, the organization, and the future he couldn't predict.
Kaito.
Millie related, sharing how she once
Ew.
feared her father's disapproval, yet earned
She said
his
you're
quiet
alive?
support eventually.
Yep.
She didn't know Leo's burden,
Well,
but
it's a good thing
encouraged
you're
him
not
anyway.
dead.
Courage, she said, comes quietly. Then changes
I'm
everything.
fully
Millie smiled.
alive!
She believed Leo's fears might not end the way he expected, suddenly bursting into chaotic
Boom
fights.
diada, boom
Millie
diada,
danced and
boom
shouted.
diada,
Leo
boom
laughed.
diada.
Strange energy eased his nerves. Leo, more
What game you
sincere than
playing?
ever, finally said
I
it.
am doing
Millie
my
had always
laps.
given him strength to move
And I'm
forward.
diggy
His
diggy
smile
diggy
reached
hole,
her
diggy
deeply.
diggy diggy
Leo
hole,
thanked her,
diggy diggy
simply
diggy
and
hole,
directly.
hole,
Millie
hole.
stood blushed, heart full and bright.
What
They
about
walked
mud
together.
flaps
Millie
and
offered a
digging a
story
hole?
about Leo's father,
What?
ready to share something meaningful
Minecraft.
back. From the shadows, Lucia
Minecraft,
watched their
okay.
interaction. Her smirk said
I don't know
everything.
why I
Things were
heard
getting
mud
interesting.
flaps.
3 months passed in brutal Earth.
You need to
gravity.
clean
The
your
cadets
ears.
endured, fought, and sharpened themselves through
They
hardship.
probably need to get
Rio
him
and Millie especially
real.
began pushing each
Oh my
other
god, a
to
That
kitty
nice one to
here.
put a plunger
Cadets
on the side
ran,
of my head.
trained, and collaborated. Their final formation marked progress. With Earth's trials behind them, they turned toward the skies ahead. After weeks of relentless drills, the cadets finally completed ground training. Their next assignment awaited outer space. John, proud of his progress, flexed his arm casually. His strength had clearly improved through training. Clean responded in
Okay, I
kind,
think he's going to
showing
play
his
with
own
the kitty.
gains. The once lighthearted cadets had grown physically and mentally. With spirits high and muscles proven, Clean suggested
Do you
visiting
get
friends.
one of
They
those
agreed.
black,
One
orange,
final
and white
break before
cats?
deployment. They knocked on Sendiata's door.
A
Calm
what?
and composed, he greeted them,
Do you have one
unaware
of
of
those
the mission.
black, orange, and white cats?
I have an
I
orange
think it's called a
tabby.
calico.
Well, I guess you
You
could
have what?
striped calico.
Okay.
That's what the twins are, Hizu and Scarlet. The triplets, they
By chance,
are.
could you send her pictures of them?
There should be pictures in the pet section.
Oh, there is pictures?
Yeah, of
You
my
guys
cats.
upstairs?
Okay, I'm gonna get her to show me.
Let's see. Let's see. Fur babies. Scroll up. Scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling
For
up.
some reason.
Oh, I guess I never posted
Can't even see
cat
through the
pictures here.
door.
Okay. Okay, I'll post some kitty pictures here in the Discord of fur babies.
Alright. So you've been talking about your cats, and I'm actually kind of curious.
6 fluffy babies.
How about you shut up? Now you know how I feel.
Alright. I'm gonna let you talk to her. I'm about to have to get to the bathroom.
Oh, good.
Just go ahead and learn your scream.
Alright, post the pictures of my fluffy babies.
It's upstairs. Hey.
Alright.
How do you get up there?
Alright. Can you move your back paws? Thank you.
You know what? I'm not even
And
gonna
now
check
you can come closer and hug the hand that cuddles. Alright, so first picture there has Hizu on the top dragon blanket and napkin belly side up. Let's see, next one is Oliver picture, then there's a Aura picture, then there's Scarlet, Hizu, and I believe that one's Crest. Crest and Napkin together.
I got you.
Scarlet and Crest.
They moved away.
There we go.
I couldn't
Alright,
get them
let's
to
see.
move.
What to work on next? We got... I believe I got the... Yep, that is maxed out.
Say, go for it. Go for it, GT. Go for it. You got this.
I want University.
Pokemon community game A Wild Knackley appears catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s. Botrix, thank you for the follow at Maddie Ice Stream.
Maddie Ice Stream, thank you very much for your follow. It's greatly appreciated. Hello and welcome on Kick. My name is Kaito Destiny. I'm the Blue Fluffy Dragon. Currently, I'm streaming on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and Blaze. Please enjoy your time here. I'm sitting in Discord, hanging out with my friend Dragon Mama, and playing Minecraft on a All the Mods 9 server. Fuck. Let's see. Build. There we go.
Oh, fucker.
Now I'll start getting that built on. And I don't need this over here anymore. This can get moved.
Pokemon community game Knackley escaped. No one caught it. John Aswa 5 rigged.
That's why I was wondering if I should have.
Alright, now I'll get the anime manga recap back on.
Shift brewing. The group entered Sendiata's room. When asked, he pointed up. David was hiding beneath his blanket. Clean crept closer, startling David mid-read. David jumped, flustered, caught off guard by their sudden visit. Clean snatched the book. Everyone gasped, expecting something embarrassing. David panicked, trying to explain himself immediately. To their surprise, it was an elite mecha report. He'd gotten it using personal family connection. Ashamed, David admitted pulling strings through his father. The group was stunned, but no one blamed. Leo asked to read the magazine. David hesitated, then agreed, only if no one else found out. As they admired the mecha schematics, Clean reminded them, time together mattered more than classified tech. Later that night, they gathered on the beach. A quiet bonfire began beneath a starry sky. Laughter spread as warmth from the fire grew. The moment felt simple, honest, and perfectly shared. Clean reassured John they wouldn't get caught. After all, bonfires used to be a time-honored tradition. Clean explained the beach bonfire was an old tradition. Suddenly, an imposing silhouette interrupted their gathering. Captain Sonata appeared furious. She ordered the fire out and demanded they find real fuel. Immediately, rather than punishing them, she challenged their pride. If East Point cadets party, they'd better improve. The students rebuilt it with full force. Flames roared skyward. Captain Sonata grinned with pride and approval. Sonata gave them full permission to enjoy the night. Cheers erupted, and the beach lit with joy. 6 months passed quickly. As festivities erupted, Leo and Millie paused, reflecting on the bond they'd formed. Millie glanced at his hand quietly. Her fingers moved closer. For a second, the world slowed. Suddenly, 2 armored mascots interrupted them. Their awkward charm diffused the moment with clunky but hilarious enthusiasm. Overwhelmed, Millie compared herself to others. A quiet voice beside her asked if the seat was taken. Lucia appeared, smiling with snacks in hand. The moment was simple, but it meant everything to her. She offered Millie a marshmallow and smiled. They exchanged names, something simple, but full of meaning. Lucia beamed, declaring their friendship without hesitation. Leo arrived mid-conversation, confused by the bond forming. Quinn barged in, tipsy and loud. David joined, rallying everyone to sing the AIGS anthem. Shoulders linked, cadets sang boldly together under stars, their voices reaching farther than fear or doubt could. United by song, by challenge, by hope, they were cadets, yes, but family now more than ever. While cadets sang boldly, Cianata sat alone. The melody stirred memories of youth she once knew. Clint burst into tears, overwhelmed. Cianata smiled softly. For everyone here, this night became something unforgettable. Even knowing danger awaited them, they laughed together. The fear of space faded behind the warm light. As the fire burned high, one vow was shared. They'd carry this night into the star. Far away, a powerful institution observed quietly. Their training complete, the next phase was about to begin. In a secret chamber, leaders decided most cadets were expendable. Leo's class had limited survival value. Stamped without hesitation, East Point cadets were reassigned. Lunar City awaited. so did danger they couldn't imagine. Yuri awoke from the couch,
went that
disturbed
way.
by suspicious activity on the screen and hallway lock disengaged. He activated the hidden platform, watching it descend slowly as the secured entryway to the basement opened. He entered the circular archive chamber, reciting his access code while descending into the classified operations vault. Inside, Yuri meticulously prepared coffee, maintaining focus as he initiated routine surveillance and mission status diagnostic. Confident in Leo's progress, Yuri reviewed updates and reaffirmed their plan to infiltrate the Hero organization. Yuri monitored the T-file analysis, awaiting decrypted data that could expose hidden movements inside the organization. He confirmed Leo's training in Heinlein, where cadets practiced space combat and piloted
Blackwall
advanced
comes from
AIGS. A live
dirt.
fire event would conclude the program, attracting elite units and corporate scouts from across sectors. Though Leo preferred tactical recon, Yuri aimed to place him within the Crimson Squad for deeper access. To Yuri, influence outweighed truth, manufactured icon, or genuine hero, Leo simply had to rise. Leo stood before the roaring crowd, their cheers declaring him a symbol of hope and strength. Yuri watched the speech unfold, burdened yet hopeful, trusting Leo to expose the corruption someday. With luggage in hand, Leo prepared for launch, entering the fourth wave to depart Earth's surface. At the checkpoint, Leo complied with orders, concealing his coat and memories beneath a composed face. He recalled his childhood warmth, wearing the same coat, a quiet promise to protect innocence forever. The young Leo ran joyfully to his father, holding snacks and smiling beneath the oversized white coat. Together under the stars, they shared food while Leo curiously asked about dangers hidden on the moon. His father reassured him calmly, saying there were no beasts, only research facilities studying distant cosmic threats. Leo's worry surfaced as he asked if Earth might be attacked while his father was away. With a confident tone, his father explained that star beasts stayed far beyond, deep in the asteroid belt. Leo worried aloud as visions of swarming star beasts and vulnerable frontier colonies filled his imagination. His father reassured him gently, reminding Leo of the many who protected Earth from distant danger. With a warm smile, he promised safety, proudly declaring his mission to fight off future threats. Leo laughed through his worry, then later, hid his tears quietly as old memories overwhelmed his heart. On board the shuttle, Leo masked his pain, assuring Millie he was simply tired before launch began. Thinking of his father again, Leo quietly promised himself they would reunite someday on the moon. Determined and silent, Leo braced for launch, eyes fixed on the sky where destiny awaited him. From afar, Georgie observed the departing ship, cloaked in silence and burdened by memories he couldn't share. He whispered to the heaven, convinced fate would reunite him with Leo when the time was right. Startled by company, Georgie turned toward a voice, hiding thoughts behind calm posture and diplomatic composure. With all cadets launched, the question turned to North Point South. They too were moonbound now. Proud men praised the chosen cadet as a singular prodigy, destined to shape humanity's next generation. As Georgie listened silently, Proudman exalted Leo's brilliant scene, masking deeper layers behind his compliments and smile. Georgie revealed Leo's hidden pain, rooted in losing his father Rin, a loss never fully healed. Proudman, eyes gleaming with malice, mocked Georgie, taunting him with the truth of his murder. With a twisted grin, Proudman vowed silence, masking dark intentions behind the cadet's lunar mission. He dreamed of Leo's isolation and reforging a perfect weapon, ready for their grand design. As Earth faded behind them, the cadets soared toward the moon and toward orchestrated despair. Leo and Millie boarded the transport ship, departing East Point. Their mission's next destination, the moon. Inside the ship, Millie asked about space. Leo smiled slightly, remembering his past visit years ago. Leo revealed he once lived in space. Millie nodded, surprised he hadn't returned in 6 years. As Earth faded from view, they stared in silence, absorbing its beauty before lunar shadows approached. Cap Senata briefed them. Lunar City,
Y'all need to
Hanwha,
sit
a lawless
down.
gateway to deep space, held new dangers. While John, stunned, Clean whispered his doubts. He expected trouble and named Captain Senata. Senata overheard Clean's remark. Amused, she cracked her knuckles and volunteered him for a sudden quiz. Senata revoked Clean's chance, citing grades, then threw the assignment to John, shocking everyone, especially him. John stumbled to the front, nervously explaining how star beasts thrive around the asteroid belt. He described asteroid mines, rare metals called star ore, resources the beasts instinctively protect from human extraction. John explained that star ore fuels reactors,
Ready for a
powers
laugh, Kaito?
AIGS, and
A what?
supports advanced space.
Ready for a laugh?
Okay, what do you got for a laugh?
I'm installing ARC again for the 3rd time.
Oh God.
Corrupted files first go.
Is it really good practice? Is it really good practice?
Went to verify it and
I got
repair.
stuck in a wall.
It was the base game that was fucked up, so I just had to literally go into my fucking
Right upstairs.
drive itself, my hard drive, and fucking delete everything. Everything, the whole
The
damn
chemistry room, the
folder.
science classroom, is it 12 or 6?
Of course, it to
Okay,
reinstall.
so I'm at 6 right now. He kicked the record.
And I sat down like,
For,
have 15 minutes, you know.
7.
Dinner simmering on the stove. It's got about 15 minutes before I need to jump up and do the seasonings and
Are you playing killer,
add the meat in. I said, well, you know, go in and put my mods back on. Because the reason I have to do that is I made a boo boo. We was rearranging, and I decided to make the kitchen, the table that always sits up against the wall.
Yeah.
I decided to make it part of where my laptop sits. So we shifted the furniture down. I have a table, and I was gonna set my laptop on it, put my little hammock chair behind it, so I had something to sit in comfortably. Well, I made a boo boo, and I didn't think. I was just moving. I was going on rolling. I unplugged my external hard drive without telling the laptop to allow it to. Basically, I forgot to tell the laptop that I'm about to unplug the device.
Yeah.
I just unplugged it. Therefore, I fucked up the cord because the cords are touchy for the specific drive. And when I did that, I corrupted every file in the SSD drive.
Check them out and tell them some loves. We absolutely love to spread the loves here.
So, after that, I figured it out. It was my cord. Hooked it back up. Files were corrupted. Wiped it. Reinstalled art and just let it go.
Thank you.
So here we are again.
I do apologize.
What do you think, huh?
May or may not be a
Because I was
little
going to launch
tired.
art.
It's a little
And
early
I'm
for
going to go.
me.
They said you need to verify repair files. I said, okay, whatever. Click it. Base game kept flagging. And then it finally, and I went
Omnirk, so to Trisna. Kaito Destiny
Omnirk,
Omnirk, welcome to my channel.
Okay.
Stream Elements look it's Trisna they were playing art. Go check them out and give them some fluffy cheers and support. Trisna at URL. At Kaito Destiny Omnirk, welcome to my channel.
I see.
I want that idea.
Uh-huh. 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 I'm gonna be wild and crazy.
Wish I could raise this chair up some more. No,
Llama
I
man.
done told y'all to sit down. You ain't supposed to be running. And I done told everybody to stay off that bed. I sat there and made it. So you can go back in there and help him fix it. No ands if buts about it. Melody. 2. Y'all both are running in there, playing in there, jumping on the bed. Y'all both can freaking put it back together. You got a problem with it? You can come talk to my belt that's gonna make your ass cheek in the next few seconds if you keep up.
Ooh, Munchkin in trouble. Munchkin King gonna get their butt whooped by Mama.
She's lucky I'm nicer than my mama. I wouldn't even got that next line in. I'm even going by I didn't. Shit. My mama said something, you better move. Or I'd have been finding a frying pan up against my damn head. Or a chair.
Let's see.
Omnirk, so to Envy Draven.
Oh, I was trying to get over here.
Stream Elements look it's Envy Draven they were playing Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. Go check them out and give them some fluffy cheers and support. Envy Draven at URL.
No ma'am, that is
How
not
did
a
Wolfie
toy.
get out? Are you happy with yourself, Envy? Are you happy?
Why is she even in the bathroom to be able to get that?
Pokemon community game A Wild Sinistea appears catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
Someone made a comment saying, "Oh, I'm dangerous and floofy." It's like, no, you're smexy cute.
Maggie, downloading again. Files were corrupted.
I just made it out of that circle.
I think when it could have been when so
Based
smacked my
manufacturing
computer or Hunter
processes.
one.
He added
while it
that
was
star
downloaded,
beasts
it could've
inhabit
possibly
ore-rich
caused it to
asteroids,
corrupt somewhere.
drawing energy from them, triggering
take much to
inevitable
corrupt a
territorial
file.
conflicts. Sendiata joined, explaining star beasts vary like Earth animals, diverse in form,
Because I was like,
behavior,
well,
and
I got
function.
about 15
Examples
minutes,
of
you
star
know,
beasts
well,
appeared, ranging from
not
flying
15 now, I
types
got
to
a few
armored
minutes,
crawlers, all evolved in space
in the beginning, I was
environments.
like, I got 15
They weren't
minutes.
like animals or
I'll log
plants.
into art,
Star
get
beasts
my
were an
mods back
entirely
on there.
alien life form with independent
And it kept saying
evolutionary
that
paths.
base
As the
game didn't
class
finish
collapsed,
installing.
Sendiata
I'm like,
acknowledged that many theories
It
still
installed
surrounded
first
Star
before
Beast's
the rest.
evolutionary behavior. When David
Yep,
asked about
ended up
his
figuring
goals,
out files were corrupted, so I
Sendiata
had to
revealed his
literally go
aim
into the
wasn't
drive,
research,
delete
it was
every
real
damn thing.
frontline experience.
Here we
Hinland's
are again.
proximity stirred curiosity. Sendiata expressed a strong wish to visit its rumored research facility. They discussed a lab near the moon, where scientists studied star beasts, some even kept alive. Sendiata reassured everyone, any live specimens were likely
Pokemon community game Sinistea escaped. No one caught it. John Aswa 5 rigged.
Surprised to see
Stream elements. Hi everyone. As a heads up, I have sleep apnea and tend to fall asleep sometimes in my streams. Please be patient with my disorder or try waking me up with my
I've got
redeems.
Rexes, I've got Armadillos, I've got Velos, I've got Kentros, I've got Owls, I've
outside,
got
their
Dread.
ship steadily approached lunar orbit. Meanwhile,
Read it.
Professor Proudman
Oh,
stared
and,
coldly
Drake.
at a preserved starbeam. Specimen T3 had begun reacting unnaturally. Under moonlight, he muttered to himself. Glancing at his watch, he whispered, "It's time." Far from the cathedral,
Okay, let's see.
an unidentified freighter approached its
Hey,
destination,
Mikey,
unaware of looming danger
would you be
nearby.
willing to log
The crew
into
joked about
Extinction
mysterious
and
cargo
go
overpaid
up to
and
the terminal,
unconcerned. They suspected
hold Y
illegal
on it
ore
until
but
it
didn't
stopped breathing?
investigate. A faint noise raised suspicion. They dismissed it, returning to banter, unaware something deadly was already on board.
It's
Deep
a
inside the ship,
Monkey
hidden
Pixie
device
server where
beeped.
they don't stop
Its screen
breathing.
flashed 000 countdown.
So when
complete.
we log
Without
out,
warning,
they're
the
not gonna just
mysterious
randomly
freighter
stop
erupted
anymore.
in a fiery blast.
And I don't know
Obliterating
if
its
I-
structure in one violent instant.
I don't
Among
remember
the
how
debris,
many,
twisted
fireballs
structures
I had in that
shifted.
damn terminal
From deep
either.
within the wreckage, a sealed chamber
But all
began
them
opening.
dinos out, I'm
A
trying to
massive,
mutate to
grotesque
get better
creature unfolded,
melee
limbs
stats
snapping
for
free.
the
Its twitching
King
form
Kaito.
suggested long dormancy and recent
I don't know if we're gonna
activation.
log into what
Alarms
Axeman dealt
blared.
with.
Captain Sonata dashed into command. Everyone
Axeman
froze,
left his
watching
stuff on
screens
breeding and
flash
forgot
with
about
unknown
it.
energy
And when he
readings
logged
nearby.
in, his server, he
Officers
was getting...
reported magnetic distortion.
Huh?
800 kilometers ahead. Sonata frowned. Why here?
Yeah, but it
Cap
wasn't
Chan
that. It
muttered.
was
It's
because
impossible.
the
Captain
terminal
Sonata
ran out of
burst from the
cryoballs
brink. Something had triggered her
where he
instincts,
was
and she
based
wasn't
at.
taking
The eggs
chances.
were hatching
Leo
on
stared
their
out
own.
the window, uneasy. A presence crept closer. He knew that something's wrong. The monster
he loaded
starbeast
into
emerged from darkness,
a shit ton.
massive, pulsing with eyes, closing in fast on the cadet ship.
Okay, oak planks, dark oak, and cobblestone. Let's see. Next story we have.
Is that battery good? I think they're all good. Melody, go hit the power on his Xbox. Then hit that little black button. Mikey, hit yours. Sophie had to have hit that
Alright,
button. 'cause we had the
here's
timer.
a new one. Sucks it's a short one, but oh
I
well.
woke up to someone screaming about
Did you
dragging
get
me out
unhooked?
and killing me. My head was spinning. I opened my eyes and saw I was
Now that
lying
switch
in
is
some
up. If
huge
it was
tent
down, your
made of
TV
animal
wouldn't be
hides
on.
and bones. The smell was terrible. Leather, grass, and something like blood. All around me stood these massive creatures. Half human on top, half horse on the bottom. Centaurs,
and every single one of them was looking at me like I was garbage. I looked at myself, fully human, no horse body.
Do you have
just a
3
regular,
cords plugged in over
weak
there?
human lying on the ground.
On the
Then the
Xbox?
memories hit me. They weren't mine.
You should have an
but now they
Ethernet
were.
cord, an
I was the son
HDMI
of the
cord, and then
Centaur
there's supposed to be a
king,
power cord.
But I was born looking like a human, so everyone thought I was cursed.
You're missing a power
My
cord.
father died fighting some empire, and my mother died from sadness soon after. The real prince couldn't take the bullying anymore and killed himself with a dagger. And now I, Qin Hao, a guy from Earth, was stuck in his body. Elder Boros, please reconsider. Prince Qin Hao is
hand
the
him my
old
phone.
king's only heir. A woman's voice cut
Hand him
through
my
the
phone.
noise. I
He
looked
needs
up
a
and saw a
flashlight.
centaur woman standing in front of me like a shield.
I don't
She
know
had
what a
long
flashlight
silver
is.
hair, leather
Shit keeps
armor,
moving.
and a white horse body that looked fast and strong.
Motherfucker grows
She was
legs.
holding a spear, and her face was set with stubborn courage. Luna Munaf, the only person in these memories who was ever kind to me. The leader of the mob was a huge centaur with a black horse body, built like a tower. He carried a double-bladed axe that could cut me in half without effort. Stonehoof Boros, the Great Elder. He stomped the ground hard.
Wait
The
in
only heir,
grace.
a human who ruined the royal blood.
Exponentators need a little
will
bit
you
more.
betray the whole tribe for this worthless man? The other elders joined in, shouting things like, "He can't even lead us. Kill him to wash away the shame." Luna gripped her spear tighter. "As long as I live, no one will hurt his highness.
16,
Then you'll die with him."
24.
Boros raised his axe. I declared Qin Hao stripped of the throne and sentenced to death. The axe came swinging down, aimed right at me. Luna threw herself in front of me. Every part of me screamed. I didn't want to die. Not now. Not when I just got here. And then, right when the blade was about to reach Luna's hair, a cold voice rang inside my head. A system. Some kind of cheat system had activated inside me. It said something about survival instincts, growing stronger, and continuing bloodlines. The basic idea was find a strong, beautiful partner, have children, and get rewarded with power, special abilities, and even technology blueprints. Then it gave me my first mission, announced that I want to marry Luna and get her to agree. The reward? I could evolve my body into a centaur form, and I'd get a blueprint for stirrups. My heart almost exploded. A centaur body would solve the whole outcast problem, and stirrups would make the tribe's cavalry way stronger.
What are you talking about, extra?
This was my way out. I looked at Luna. She had closed her eyes,
What do you mean, baby?
ready to die for me. Her shoulders were shaking. Something burned inside my
something
chest. The old prince's feelings for her, mixed with my own anger and pity. I wasn't the weak boy who gave up anymore. I shouted and pushed
Were you
Luna
thinking
aside,
the
then
picture
stepped
frame
forward
fell down and
alone to
unplugged
face
it?
Boros and his giant axe. My body was shaking. I couldn't help it.
Nobody's
but
been
my
back
mind
there to
was
mess
clear.
with anything.
Boros stopped mid-swing, staring at me like he couldn't believe what he was seeing. "You dare order me, human?" I ignored him. I looked him
Because
dead
remember
in
you
the
just
eye
was
and
on the
shouted as loud
Xbox
as I
2 nights
could.
ago.
"Whoever dares to touch her will answer to me." The whole tent went quiet. Every
Take
centaur
mine.
froze.
Mikey.
Luna slowly turned around and stared at me with wide eyes. I didn't look back at her. I kept my eyes on the elders. Then I spoke again, calmer this time but firm. "From this day on, Luna of the Moonhoof clan is my queen." I paused, looked around at every elder, then glanced at Luna. Her face was a mix of shock and embarrassment. She will be the one and only queen of the Centaur tribe. The silence lasted about 2 seconds before the place erupted. The elders laughed, mocked me, called me insane. Luna's face turned completely red. Boros looked like he was about to explode. In his eyes, I was less than an insect, and I'd just declared I was taking one of the tribe's finest warriors as my queen. "You're asking for death." He swung his axe again, this time aimed straight at my head, no warning. The system's voice returned. "Complete the mission, get Luna's consent." Now, my heart jumped into my throat.
Light
I spun
gray
around and
stain.
grabbed Luna's hand.
What it is?
She froze.
Just hit it?
I looked at her, her violet eyes wide,
Okay.
silver hair sticking to her face, her expression caught between confusion and disbelief. "Luna," I stared right into those eyes. "Will you agree?"
You're the only
Her
one
mind
burning
was
up,
clearly
honey.
a mess. And honestly, I couldn't blame her.
Yes.
I was asking her to be my queen at the exact moment someone was trying to chop off my head. My words hit the whole tribe like a lightning bolt. Everything went quiet. The bonfire, the wind, the breathing, all gone. Just my voice echoing. "Who dares to defy me?" Everyone stared at us. Me, the useless king, they were about to kill.
There we go.
A skinny human who looked like he'd fall
There
over
we
in the
go.
strong wind. And Luna, their moonlit goddess, the strongest warrior in the tribe. And there I was, gripping her arm like she already belonged to me. Luna was frozen solid. I could feel her arm tense under my hand. She wanted to pull away, but she couldn't move. Her pale neck turned red, and her silver eyes burned with anger.
Okay, dark
Let go,
oak,
she hissed through her
plains,
teeth.
and
The
cobblestones.
crowd exploded. They called me insane, shameless, a fool who dared to defile their goddess. They wanted me dead even more now. Boros reacted first. His face went from shock to dark red with fury. He had planned everything perfectly. My public shame, my execution. He never expected me to fight back like this.
Unofficial.
He
Monkey
roared with
servers.
thunder. Your crimes are even greater now. Guards, seize him. And take that woman who has lost her honor to the
Monkey
dungeon,
logged
too.
in the other
He said,
day.
lost her honor.
Probably
On
wouldn't hurt
purpose.
to check.
I
man.
understood his game. He didn't just want me dead. He wanted to destroy Luna and the Moonhoof family with me. They were the last supporters
Death
of the royal
Valley.
bloodline. Remove them, and Boros would have no opposition left. Dozens of blades came out. The circle around us tightened. Some of the young captains who admired Luna looked especially furious, like I'd personally insulted them. Luna's face went white. Her old comrades were now looking at her like a
No
traitor.
extinction.
I could see her hand reach for her weapon, but she didn't know where to point it. At me, I was her king. At them, they were her people. She was trapped. That's when I spoke, calm and clear, cutting through all the noise. Luna Moonshred. She turned and looked at me. I made sure my eyes showed no fear. None. I looked at her like the swords and the fire around us meant nothing. As my queen, I said, leaving no room for argument, your first duty is to protect your king. Draw your spear and stand before me. That is an order. I saw it hit her like lightning. Something shifted in her eyes. I was the king. Weak, human, hated, but still the king. She had sworn an oath before the tribe's sacred flame to serve the king with her life, no matter who he was. The guards had raised their blades against me before any proper trial was finished. That made them the ones breaking tradition, not her. A sharp, ringing sound cut through the air. Luna drew her silver spear. Pale blue wind energy shimmered along its tip. Without a word, she stepped forward and placed herself between me and every blade in the tent. That was her answer. Everyone stared. Their goddess had chosen the weak human king over the entire royal guard. Boros was shaking with rage. You? Very well. Are you really going to betray the whole tribe for a useless human? Luna said nothing. Her lip was
No, you're
bleeding
gonna
where she
enjoy your
bit it,
weekend.
but her
Get back on
spear
it Monday.
hand was steady as stone. Behind her, I allowed myself the smallest smile. I had bet everything on her loyalty. Stubborn, unbreakable loyalty that bordered on foolishness. And I won that bet. Now I played my next card. Great Elder, I said, keeping my voice calm and mocking. It seems you've forgotten something. I'm still the king of this tribe, and my royal tent is right over there. I reminded everyone of the ancient rule. The king's tent is sacred. Until I step down or face a proper judgment,
Get off of
no
there.
one can enter it without permission. Then I raised my voice, deep and loud, shaking the air itself. Now, I will return to my royal tent with my queen. Who dares to stand in our way? I gently tapped Luna's back, telling her to move. She stiffened, but she obeyed. Step by step, she shielded me as we backed toward the royal tent. The guards looked at each other. Nobody moved. Tradition was everything to the Centaur tribe. They might disrespect me, draw weapons against me, even try to kill me. But attacking the royal tent? That was rebellion. That was unforgivable. Boros realized too late that the same traditions he used against me were now my shield. His face went from pale to dark. Surround the tent, he screamed. Seal it tight. Let's see how long they last without food or water. The guards snapped into action, forming layers of steel around the tent. Weapons gleamed, torches burned. But I was already inside. I walked calmly into the shadow of the royal tent. Luna followed behind me, spear in hand, her face full of conflicting emotions. The heavy curtain dropped behind us, and the world outside disappeared. Inside the royal tent, everything went quiet. A small oil lamp flickered in the corner, stretching our shadows across the walls. The air smelled like leather, herbs, and something soft and cool that came from Luna. The moment the curtain closed behind us, Luna's strength seemed to drain out of her. She drove her spear into the carpet and stood with her back to me, shoulders shaking. Your Majesty, her voice was rough and cold. What exactly are you trying to do? You've doomed yourself and destroyed me, and 100 years of my family's honor. I didn't answer right
Pokemon
away.
community
I could
game
hear
a
the
wild
guards outside
Omastar appears
moving into
catch it
position,
using
armor
Poke
Connor,
Catch.
you better not
Winners
be getting her
revealed
to
in
jump on
90s.
there.
Tom was slipping away fast. Destroyed you, I said quietly. Luna, think about it. Before I did any of this, what was going to happen to you? If they killed me in front of everyone, do you think Boros would have let you go? The last royal guard? He would have accused you of failing your duty. Best case, exile. Worst case, a forced marriage to someone loyal to him. Your family's been on thin ice ever since my father died. Her face went pale. She wasn't stupid. She'd thought about all of this before. She just never let herself face it. But still, she turned around. Her silver eyes were red and confused. We're trapped in here. They're all outside. How is this different from waiting to die? It is different, I said, stepping closer. Waiting meant certain death. Now we have one chance. Our only chance. What chance? I reached out and touched her face. She flinched like I'd shocked her and tried to step back, but I pulled her close. What are you doing? Let go. She struggled, but somehow her usual strength, enough to break stone, was barely there. Her wind energy stirred, but wouldn't form. Luna, listen, I said, holding her still. We don't have much time. Boros will break in within half an hour. Before that, we need to finish something important. I looked into her eyes. I need you to truly become my queen. She stared at me like I'd lost my mind. Tears spilled down her
Pokemon
cheeks.
community
You're
game
insane.
Omastar
You
escaped.
shameless fool.
No one
At a
caught
time
it.
like this,
John
she was
Aswa
shaken
5
with
Rid.
anger and humiliation. I'll never forgive you. If you kill me, we both die, I said, keeping my voice cold and steady. Or you can trust me once, and we live. Not just live. I'm talking about leading this tribe to a glory our fathers never reached. I need power, Luna. Power that changes everything in an instant. And only you can give it to me. Something in my voice made her stop fighting. Power? How can I give you power? I made up a story. Well, half made it up. I told her it was the oldest secret of the royal family. When the king bonds with a woman who carries the blood of the divine steed, the ancient power of our ancestors awakens. I told her the Moonhoof family had guarded the throne for generations because their blood carried the spirit of the Moonlight Steed. I said my father told me this before he died. She froze. The name seemed to ring a bell. Something from her family's oldest scrolls. I softened my voice. Luna, I swear in the name of the king of Moonhoofs. After this, if you want to leave me or even take my life, I won't stop you. But right now, please, for yourself, for the tribe's last hope, help me. Then came the pounding on the tent door. Listen inside. Come out now, or we break in. That was the hammer that broke her last wall. She looked at me, really looked. I don't know what she saw in my
Connor,
eyes,
you're gonna stop
but her
running and
resistance
yelling.
finally crumbled. She closed her eyes. Tears hung on her lashes. If you're lying to me, if I lie, may the heavens punish me, I said. I leaned forward and kissed her. Sometime later, boom, the tent entrance was ripped open. Boros charged in with a dozen elite guards, grinning like a predator coming for the kill. Jinhao, your time has come. His words died in his throat. A blinding golden light filled the tent, and at the center of it stood me. My upper body was bare. My once skinny, weak frame was now thick with muscle. But the real change was below. My human legs were gone. In their place was the body of a golden horse. Forehooves glowing like molten gold, burning with golden flames. Every step I took made the ground shake. A wave of sacred power exploded outward from my body, crashing over everyone in the tent. The guards who rushed and dropped to their knees one by one. Their weapons slipped from trembling hands and clattered on the ground. Boros managed to stay on his feet, but barely. All four of his legs were shaking. His teeth chattered. His eyes were wide with pure terror. This is the golden sacred hoof, the body of our ancestor. How is this possible? Inside my head, the system was going wild. Mission complete. Luna's bloodline, rare moonlight steed lineage. Her potential, A-. Her beauty rating, S. Overall, A+ partner. Extra rewards granted. My body had evolved from human to golden centaur. My strength and constitution shot from almost nothing to 50 each. My battle energy awakened at
Liking
bronze
how
level.
it's smelling yet,
And the
Mikey?
tribe got 2 technology blueprints, horseshoe forging and refined steel.
I figured you'd
I
smell
felt
it
the
from
new
there.
power roaring through every part of me like a river of fire. Slowly, I raised my head. My eyes had turned bright gold. I looked at Boros, standing at the entrance, frozen in shock. I smiled. Elder, my voice came out deep and heavy, ringing like metal. Just now, you said whose time had come when my golden eyes landed on Boros. I could see it. The old man was terrified. A chill ran through his whole body. I wasn't the weak human he could push around anymore. I could feel it in the way he looked at me, like he was staring at a ghost from the ancient murals. No, impossible, he shouted. You're a fake. You must have used dark magic. His voice was shaking. He wasn't really accusing me. He was trying to convince himself. He couldn't accept that the nobody he'd been about to execute had transformed right in front of him. I laughed quietly. Just a small sound, but it filled the tent and pressed down on everyone like a weight. I raised my right hand. It still looked human, but golden lines now ran across my skin, and my fingers glowed with power. I clenched my fist, and the air itself cracked. Strength 50,
Need something?
Constitution 50. Behind those numbers was a power I could barely describe. Every muscle, every bone in my body was bursting with energy. I felt like I could punch through a mountain. I looked down at Boros's twisted, fearful face. Elder, weren't you going to judge me? I'm right here. Go ahead. I stepped forward on my 4 golden hooves. The ground shook. Golden energy rippled outward from each step. The kneeling guards slid back half a meter, their faces white. I walked out of the tent and into the open, where thousands of centaurs could see me. The gas hit me like a wave. Everywhere I looked, shock, disbelief, awe. In the firelight, my upper body glowed with golden light, and my lower half was a magnificent golden horse, shining like the sun. I looked exactly like the ancestor statue on the tribe's altar. The way they looked at me was changing. Scorn turned to shock. Shock turned to fear. Fear turned to something close to worship. Boros saw it happening and panicked. He couldn't let me win the crowd. He's not our ancestor, he screamed. He's a monster. He's possessed by evil. He killed the true king. Yellow battle energy covered his body as he launched himself at me like a cannonball. Fists wrapped in stone-like power, aimed straight at my heart. He wanted to end this with one hit. Some guards followed him, charging from different directions. I watched his fist come at me. The same fist that could have smashed a city gate. To me, it looked slow, painfully slow, like a child throwing a punch. I didn't even bother using my new battle energy. I just raised my right hand and threw a simple, clean punch to meet his. No glow, no technique, just raw strength. Boros sneered. He thought I was being reckless. He probably imagined my arm shattering on impact. Then our fists met. The sound was like 2 iron mountains crashing together. For a split second, everything froze. Then I heard it, cracking. Not from me, from him. His battle energy armor. The thing he was so
You'll have to
proud
give
of,
me a minute.
split apart like an eggshell. Cracks spread across it like a web,
You have to
and
give me
then it
just a
shattered
minute.
completely. The sneer on his face disappeared, replaced by pain and pure disbelief. My power crushed through his energy, broke the bones in his hand, his wrist, his entire arm. I could hear them snapping one by one. He screamed. His massive body flew backward, faster than he'd charged at me. He crashed into 3 guards behind him, knocking them over like toys, then sailed more than 10 meters and slammed into the giant stone table where the tribe held its meetings. The table, carved from a single boulder, exploded into rubble. Boros lay in the wreckage like a broken doll, his right arm bent the wrong way, blood dripping from his mouth. He was barely breathing. The great elder of the Windhoof tribe, the most powerful and feared centaur in this camp, destroyed by one punch from the useless king. The silence that followed was deafening. Every guard who'd been charging at me stopped dead. Their weapons suddenly seemed too heavy to hold. I could read the same thing on every face, fear. I pulled my fist back slowly. Not even a scratch on my skin. My golden eyes swept across the crowd. Every warrior who met my gaze flinched and looked away, lowering their proud heads. Finally, I looked down at the guard captains who'd been knocked
Hang on,
over
baby. I'm cutting
and
up
were
the last
struggling
piece
to
of
stand.
fish.
Just now, I said, my voice ringing clear. The great elder called me a sinner. I took a step forward. My
Daddy
golden
wanted
hooves struck the stone
seafood
floor
chowder
with a steady
again,
rhythm,
but he wanted to be able to
each
eat
one
it
echoing
nice
like a
and
heartbeat.
fresh
He said my blood was
instead
impure,
of having to reheat
that I had
it.
no achievements, that I was unworthy of respect. Another step.
Y'all done
Now,
had it. Y'all
with the
had
body
it.
of our ancestors, do I still seem impure?
Sunday?
Silence. When I struck down the rebel with a single blow, does that not
No,
count
it wasn't
as an
Sunday.
achievement?
It was
Nothing. Not a word from anyone. I stopped right in
One
front of
day.
the captains and looked down at them. My golden eyes were cold. As for respect, I let the paws hang in the air, then smiled. A cold, sharp smile. Do you yield or not? Do you yield or not? My voice rang out like a command from the sky, and it broke them. The guard captains hit the ground, trembling, pressing their foreheads against the cold stone. We yield. We submit. Forgive us, your majesty. It spread fast. Nearly 100 soldiers who had followed Boros threw down their weapons and knelt. The whole crowd bent like grass flattened by a storm. But the silence
Melody,
didn't
if you would
last.
please go ahead and
You
take
monster,
that,
what have you done to my
take
father?
his trash bag
The crowd
outside.
split apart, and a young centaur charged through. He was even bigger than Boros, massive, with blazing red eyes and a battle axe as wide as a door. Dried blood stained the blade. This was a real fighter. Barlow, Boros' only son, the strongest young warrior in the tribe. According to the old man's plan, Barlow was supposed to become king after today. Monster, I looked at him calmly. I awakened the golden bloodline of our ancestors. And you call me a monster? Golden bloodline? He laughed like it was a joke. He pointed at the rubble where his dying father lay. My father is a peak third-rank warrior with unbreakable armor. You must have used forbidden magic. You're a fraud. Then, from the rubble, Boros opened his eyes one last time. His voice was faint but clear enough for everyone to hear. Dark magic. Monster. Those dying words stirred doubt in the kneeling warriors. I could see it on their faces. How could a powerless human suddenly beat a peak third-rank fighter with one punch? Maybe it really was some kind of dark trick. Barlow seized the moment. He raised his axe and pointed it at me. Will you kneel to a monster who uses evil magic? If he kills my father today, he'll kill any of you tomorrow. Some warriors gripped their weapons tighter. They were wavering. I watched all of this without changing my expression. One show of strength wasn't enough. I needed a victory so clean, so undeniable, that no one could question it. Are you done talking? I said quietly. I didn't explain anything. I just took an ordinary spear from a terrified guard standing nearby. A basic weapon, iron tip, wooden shaft, slightly bent, covered in training marks. Nothing special. I held the spear in one hand and tapped the stone floor with my golden hoof. Your father said I have no battle achievements. I pointed the spear at Barlow. Now I'll give you a chance. Come, prove your glory to me. Barlow's eyes lit up with excitement. A real fight with weapons? That was his territory. He was mid-third rank with years of battle experience. He thought he could take me easily. You asked for this. He roared and charged, all four hooves pounding the ground. Yellow energy covered his body. He swung his massive axe with everything he had. Everyone held their breath. I could see Luna gripping her spear until her knuckles.
I know, but he was
white.
working on something where you didn't
The axe
have
came
to
at
do
me
it.
wrapped
No,
in a
no, no.
storm of power.
Just leave it.
Less than a meter from my
Baby.
face. I didn't move. Didn't use
You
any
want to spell
energy.
death right?
Didn't do anything fancy. I just thrust the spear forward. One simple,
D-E-A-T-H.
straight strike. But it was
Not
fast.
R-H.
Impossibly fast. The axe, 100 pounds of refined steel, shattered like paper
Now
the
check
instant
player
it touched my
service.
spear tip. Metal fragments exploded outward, flashing in the sunlight. My spear didn't slow down. The tip touched Barlow's chest, right through his battle aura, which popped like a bubble. The force hit him like an invisible giant hand. His chest caved in. His fierce grin froze on his face.
Okay,
His
got
massive
that
body
one.
spun through the air and crashed into the tribe's totem pole. The pillar, thick enough for 3 people to wrap their arms around, snapped in two. Barlow slid to the ground. His chest was ruined. His eyes went dim. He never understood how a casual-looking thrust could carry that much power. The strongest young warrior in the Windhoof tribe, a mid-third rank fighter, destroyed in a single strike by the useless king. This time, the silence was absolute. No gasps, no breathing, just stillness. If punching Boros could be called dark magic, what about this? There was no energy burst, no strange tricks. Just pure speed, pure strength, and perfect technique. The kind of blow only a true master could deliver. Golden blood proved divine heritage.
Make sure you got all the downloads done. They done
Not a
updates.
fraud, not a monster, a miracle. Someone was the first to drop to the ground, bowing low, shouting from the depths of their chest.
Snoopy's on.
King, King. The roar swept across the square like a storm. This time it wasn't fear. It was real respect, real devotion. Centaurs worshiped strength, and I had shown them what true, unmatched power looked like. I pulled back the spear slowly. A single drop of blood slid down the blade and hit the stone floor. The tiny sound echoed in the silence. I walked to Barlow's body, picked up the broken totem pole, and planted it firmly back in the
Pokemon
ground.
community
Then I
game a
picked up the
wild
shattered
miniature,
axe,
yellow,
rested it on my
appears catch
shoulder,
it using
and stepped into
poke
the
catch.
platform.
Winners
From
revealed
this
in
day on,
90s.
Hi. Sheen howled, and the only voice of the Windhoof tribe. My words, carried by the power inside me,
What's it
flowed in every direction. Those who follow me will prosper. I paused, then tossed the broken axe to the ground. It hit the stone with a heavy
I'll take
clang.
care of it.
Those who oppose me will perish. Taking the throne was the easy part. Keeping it, that took a different kind of strength. Over the next 2 days, I put away the fire
You say
and
so.
showed them something else. Patience. I didn't punish the ordinary guards who had followed Boros. I forgave them. That one decision calmed more than a third of the tribe's families. Their fear of me slowly turned into gratitude. The captains who had first knelt to me, I cut their pay for 6 months and made them rebuild the council square they helped destroy. Fair enough to earn respect, light enough to avoid resentment. As for Boros himself, he was still alive. Barely. I used my energy to keep him breathing, then locked him and his crippled son Barlow in the deepest dungeon. A dead enemy is forgotten. A living, defeated one is a reminder. Things settled fast. The tribe started running smoother than it ever had. Every centaur looked up at me with obedience in their eyes. But I knew obedience wasn't enough. I needed to give them something real. I gathered all the tribe's craftsmen at the forge, blacksmiths, carpenters, leatherworkers.
Pokemon
about
community
30
game
of them.
miniature,
Their leader
yellow,
was an old
escaped.
centaur named
No one
Castor.
caught it.
Wrinkled face,
John Aswa 5
singed
red.
beard, hands twice the size of mine and covered in calluses. The best blacksmith in the tribe and the most stubborn. He didn't care about politics. He only believed in his hammer and his fire. My king, what do you need from us old folks? His voice sounded like a rusty bellows. I got straight to it. Kazga, our weapons are too poor, he frowned. Our forging is the best among the nearby tribes. I know, but it's still not good enough. The iron is low quality. The smelting is too simple. What we make is wrought iron, not steel. Tough, but not hard enough. He stared at me, stunned. He hadn't expected me to know so much about his craft. These were complaints he only shared with his apprentices after a few drinks. You're right, he sighed. But the ore is what the mountain gives us, and the methods come from our ancestors. There's nothing we can do. I smiled. The wisdom of ancestors doesn't have to stay the same forever. Today, their spirits will speak through me and grant us a new technology. I raised my voice so every craftsman could hear. It's called refined steel. I will teach you how to forge weapons several times harder and sharper than anything we have now. The workshop went silent. Eyes went wide. Whispers broke out. Refined steel? That's the legendary skill only the Dwarven Empire knows. A Dwarven steel sword sells for hundreds of gold coins. The king must be exaggerating. Kazga's breathing got heavy. He stared at me with doubt and desperate hope. My king, is this true? I didn't answer with words. I answered with action. Light the fire. Start the furnace. I took over the forge. Not as a king, as a blacksmith. I called out instructions the craftsmen had never heard before. Higher furnace temperature. Layered iron and charcoal, stirring the molten iron to burn out impurities. The knowledge flowed from my mind naturally. It was part of the technology pack the system had unlocked after bonding with Luna. In half a day, confusion turned to amazement. The first steel ingot came out glowing red, nearly pure, folded and hammered hundreds of times on the anvil. It became the shape of a long blade, its surface covered with flowing patterns. Kazga did the final quenching himself. His hands were trembling. The blade went into the oil, white smoke rising. When he pulled it out, everyone held their breath. It was perfect. The edge gleamed cold and sharp in the firelight. I told them to bring the best old sword. They brought a guard captain's saber. Kazga struck the two blades together. A clear notch appeared on the old saber. The new blade, not a scratch. Then he tested it on a stone block the guards used for strength training. One swing. The stone split cleanly in two, the cut smooth as a mirror. The blade slipped from Kazga's hands. Tears filled his eyes. He dropped to his knees. A miracle. A true miracle. One by one, every craftsman knelt. They looked at me like I was a living god. Strength had earned their fear. This knowledge won their hearts. Then the system chimed in my head. Prestige level, revered. Rewards granted. The complete refined steel technique, horseshoe crafting. and a blueprint for something called the Temple of Growth. My battle energy jumped to stage 2, but that wasn't the biggest news. The system's voice came again, softer and warmer this time. Luna had conceived. The child's potential, S rank. And because of my golden bloodline mixing with her faint moonlight steed lineage, a legendary talent had emerged, twin divine birth. Twins, double the offspring, double the rewards. Joy hit me in a way I didn't expect. It wasn't just about the system or the power. I was going to be a father. I left the forge immediately and headed for the royal tent. I needed to see Luna. She stepped out just as I arrived. Her face was a little pale, and she looked tired, but the moment she saw me, her cool eyes softened. My king, you've returned. She tried to bow, but I caught her and held her steady. I didn't say anything at first. I just looked at her, then let my gaze drift down to her stomach. Her face turned bright red, ears, neck, everything. She lowered her head. I've been feeling tired lately. A little sick sometimes. She thought she was just unwell. She didn't know yet. My heart ached with tenderness. I pulled her close and whispered in her ear, "You've worked hard, Luna. Our child is healthy." She froze, looked up at me. Her eyes filled with tears, joy, shyness, confusion, and something warm and proud that I'd never seen on her face before. We stood there in that quiet moment, just the two of us. Then hooves came pounding down the stone road. A scout rushed toward us, face full of panic.
Okay.
He dropped to one knee. At the eastern border, a scouting team from the Blackhorn tribe.
Let's see.
At least 30 of them. That name landed like a stone in still water. The Blackhorn tribe, based in the eastern Blackstone Mountains. Another centaur tribe, but bigger than us, meaner, and they loved war. Why were there scouts at our border? The Blackhorn tribe threat hung over us like a blade, and the tension was back. I called all the guard captains and veteran hunters to the council tent to figure out our next move. The Blackhorn tribe never moves without a reason, said an old one-eyed hunter. I dealt with them in my youth. They're fierce as wolves. We just went through civil war, a captain added. If they attack now, all eyes turned to me. I tapped my fingers on the table, thinking. Then a commotion outside, and a proud female voice cut through. "Move aside. I want to see the king." The curtain flew open, and in walked a centaur woman like nothing I'd seen before. Long red hair braided with bones and feathers, blazing like fire. Tall, powerful, suntanned skin glowing in the firelight. She carried a battle axe on her shoulder that looked too big for anyone to swing, and her eyes burned with a wildness that had never been tamed. Freya Redmane, Boros's niece. After Barlow fell, she'd become the leader of the younger warriors in the Elders faction. Over 100 fierce fighters followed her. "My king," she said, staring straight at me without a trace of fear. "My uncle Boros did wrong, but he also bled for this tribe. I ask you to release him and let him live out his years in peace." Behind her stood a dozen proud young warriors backing her up. This wasn't just a request. It was a power play. I looked at her, more amused than angry. She was bold, brave, and reckless. The kind of person I'd rather have on my side than against me. The system agreed. A hidden mission popped up in my head. Something about earning Freya's genuine trust and loyalty. Big rewards if I succeeded. I almost laughed. This system really could read minds. "Release him," I said calmly. "So he can cause more trouble?" "We won't," Freya shot back. "If you agree, I and my Redmane warriors, 103 of us, will pledge loyalty to you." "Loyalty?" I smiled. "Your cousin Barlow thought he was loyal." Her face went red. I was rubbing salt in the wound, and she knew it. Her grip tightened on the axe, red energy flickering around her. "Then what do you want?" "Simple." I leaned forward. "I don't want empty words. I want a real bond." I looked her in the eye. "Marry me. Become the second queen of the Windhoof tribe." The tent went dead silent. Everyone was stunned. A marriage with the niece of the rebel leader? Even I could feel how crazy it sounded. Freya's face flushed. Anger, embarrassment, maybe both. "You're dreaming. I'll only marry someone who defeats me in fair combat. Not someone hiding behind bloodlines and magic." She caught herself, realizing she'd just set the trap I wanted. A true warrior. I stood up, my golden form towering. "You're saying I'm not worthy?" "That's right." She slammed her axe into the ground. "Beat me in the tribe's duel. If you win, I'll marry you, and my warriors follow without question.
It's a fine
If you
afternoon.
lose, I won't lose." Half an hour later, the training ground was packed. Word had spread fast. The new king versus the tribe's fiercest young warrior. Everyone wanted to watch. Freya stood in the center wearing a fitted
What
leather
can I do
vest,
for ya?
her massive axe gleaming in the sun. She looked like a volcano about to blow. I walked in bare-chested with an ordinary spear. The crowd went wild.
If you say so.
Luna stood at the edge, her face tight with worry.
'Tis a
She
fine
believed
morning.
in me, but she couldn't help it. The duel began. Flame whirlwind slash. Freya spun like a top, her axe wrapped in blazing energy, forming a fiery tornado that rushed straight at me. I didn't step back. I stepped forward. My feet moved in a rhythm only I understood. I flickered at the edge of her whirlwind, dodging the deadly blade by inches each time. Like a matador playing with a bull, my spear came alive. Each strike hit her axe at the perfect spot,
Let's
slowing her
see.
swing, breaking her flow. She swung with everything she had, but
No,
every blow landed on
it's
nothing.
a Snoopy.
And each time I blocked, I sent a vibration through her arms that made them go numb. This wasn't about power. I was completely outclassing her in technique. She realized it and changed tactics fast, stopped spinning, and brought the axe straight down at my head. I didn't dodge.
Where'd the eye
Are you
I raised the
there,
spear sideways
Dragon?
and caught the axe cold. Then I flicked my wrist. The spear slid up the handle like a snake. Her eyes went wide. She tried to pull back.
Yeah, she's
but she was
here.
too
She might be
slow.
dealing with
The
kids.
spear cracked against her wrist.
Oh, my bad.
She cried
Forgot
out.
I was still on
The
here.
axe flew from her hands and crashed to the ground. Silence. Nobody expected it to end like
Yeah,
that. From
I
start
gave
to
up on
finish,
trying to get up.
I hadn't used a
Getting
drop of
onto the
golden
cluster.
energy. Pure skill.
Oh, so
Freya
it wasn't
stared
letting
at
you
her
in
empty
either?
hands, her proud
My
face filled with
character is
disbelief.
on
She'd lost.
extinction.
Completely. But I wasn't done. Before anyone could react,
which
I stepped forward, caught her
I was
around
able
the
to get
waist,
on, but it
and lifted her onto my shoulder
Monkey
like
had
she weighed
found
nothing. The
last
crowd
night. We
exploded with
even
cheers
he
and
couldn't
laughter.
jump
Freya's
between
face
some of the
turned
maps.
bright red. She
Apparently
pounded
there
my
was an
back with her
issue, so he
fists.
corrected it.
Put me down.
Well, he got to
You
where he could
scoundrel.
jump
I ignored her,
beyond
carried
all
her
the
off the
maps because he
stage,
messaged
and
me
stopped
about
in
it.
front of her 100 stunned
But
red
now
winged
apparently no one
warriors.
can
I set
even
her down
access
gently,
the
but kept one
cluster.
arm around her waist so she couldn't bolt. Then I spoke loud enough for everyone to hear. Red
Is
made
it-
Freya. You
I
are
tried
a
for
warrior worthy
probably
of
30
respect.
minutes before I
Your
gave
courage
up,
and
and I even
strength
tried
have earned
getting
my
onto
recognition.
other maps in the cluster.
Sheen Hao, king of the Windhoof tribe,
Like
formally asked for
Astrios,
your hand.
Lost Colony.
Will you become my queen and
I
lead
tried
this
those
tribe with me
also,
toward glory?
and
I'd beaten
and
her
even
with
the
a warrior's
island,
strength.
and
Now I
it
was
won't let
offering
me
her a
on
king's
any of
honor,
them.
a way to keep her pride. She stared at me. In my eyes, there was no mockery, just sincerity and a bit of admiration. I could feel her resistance.
Alright, Mikey, it's not
under
you.
the gaze of
Snoopy
the entire
couldn't.
tribe. She
It's
bit her lip,
been
turned her head
it's
to
been
the
like
side, and whispered, quiet,
a little over
but
3
clear
weeks now
enough for
since
me
I've
to
been able to
hear.
do anything
That I
beyond
yield. Freya's quiet. I yield.
extinction.
Rippled through the crowd
I've been able
like a
to jump
stone in
maps
water.
ring, and then
First
today
silence,
came and get
then
on.
cheering so loud it shook the ground. The queen, our second queen.
So
her red
I'm
maned
just hoping
warriors
that
knelt
my
as
stuff
one,
doesn't despawn and I
weapons striking
lose
the ground in unison. The
like
defiance in their
almost
eyes had
200
been
shinies.
replaced by respect. I didn't give anyone time to celebrate. I held Freya's hand, turned to face the tribe, and raised my voice. This union is only the first step. Peace inside will help us stand strong against what's coming from outside. My eyes
Yeah,
found the
'cause
scouts.
apparently there was an
The
issue
Blackhorn
where
tribe is closing in. We have no
when he
time
was
for
looking
feasting.
it up,
Only
I
time
was
to
on
prepare.
and
The
I
mood
was
shifted
doing
instantly.
things.
King, a veteran
and
captain,
so he was
said
able to
carefully,
track me
the
while I was
Blackhorn tribe
going on,
outnumbers us.
see
We
if he
just
could
went
see
through
what was
chaos.
going on.
Fighting them head on is suicide.
Well, it was showing
You
my
said we're
character
fighting
in
head
the
on.
cloud
I
waiting to
smiled.
jump
Our ancestors have
maps,
already shown us the
and
way.
I was on
Gather every
extinction,
craftsman and
going
blacksmith.
around the map,
I have something to give them. Half an hour later, the
and
workshop
it
was
was
packed.
showing him I was
I
still
had
in the
them bring in
cloud,
a board with a drawing on it. This is a horseshoe.
and he
I
had to
said,
reboot
pointing to
everything,
the U-shaped pattern.
and then it showed
Made
me
from
where I
refined
was,
steel,
and he could
nailed
track
onto
me
our
doing
hooves.
things.
The place erupted. Everyone thought I was insane. An old veterinarian
But then
stepped
couldn't
forward,
jump maps.
nearly
He tried
shaking
jumping
with
maps.
disapproval.
He couldn't
King,
jump
hooves
maps.
are sacred. Nailing iron into them is
And then he
self-harm.
was working
Even
on some
Freya frowned.
fixes,
Does this really work?
and
Don't ruin the warrior's hooves.
I guess he
stayed
got to where
patient.
he could do it,
Words
but
are empty.
then
Let me prove it.
I have a
I
feeling
asked
that
for
he
10 volunteers to
it
get
did
horseshoes
something with
and
permissions
told
to
Freya to pick
prevent
10 of
any
her
of us
best
from getting
warriors
on.
without them. Then I set up a race. 50 miles through rocky slopes, a river with slippery stones, and a thorny forest. Both teams shot off at the starting signal. On flat grass, they were even. Freya's team
That's all.
even
Leave it
pulled ahead
alone.
slightly. But when they hit the rocky slope, everything changed. Her warriors winced and slowed, picking their steps carefully. Every sharp stone was agony on bare hooves. My horseshoe team, they ran like it was flat ground. Steady clicks on the gravel, not a flinch. Within minutes, they were 100 meters ahead. At the river, the gap got worse. Bare hooves slipped on wet pebbles. The horseshoe team
Pokemon
gripped the
community
stones
game a wild
and
hop
crossed
if
without
appears
trouble.
catch it
By
using
the time my
Poke
team
Catch.
crossed the finish
Winners
line,
revealed in
randomly
90s.
thought about it, and I was
still
like, oh
coming out of the
shiz.
forest.
I was like,
The
dang.
crowd was speechless.
I was like,
Then
he
someone
fixed it
shouted,
to where the
"I
breeding
want those
won't
metal
stop."
shoes too." And suddenly everyone was screaming for horseshoes. The old veterinarian
more worried
walked
about
up to
running
me
out of
with tears
Thunderballs
streaming down his
in the
face
fall.
and bowed deep. King, I was foolish. You truly are a prophet. I helped him up.
Oh no,
I
but
need
my
your
file
experience
got
now.
corrupted, so
Help the
I'm
blacksmiths
re-downloading
fit
Arc again.
horseshoes on every warrior. Freya came back looking defeated. She lowered her proud head. I lost. This thing really is a divine object.
That's why I
was
couldn't
about
get on.
to tease her when a guard rushed
It's a
over,
fine day.
dragging a ragged, bleeding centaur behind him. King, we caught a Blackhorn scout at the
Yes,
border.
it's just,
My smile
it's been a mess
disappeared.
ever since
What did
that.
he say? The guard swallowed hard. The Blackhorn chief has
3
gathered
weeks now.
3,000 warriors. They're marching toward us. They want our
I've
food,
been-
our women, your head. 3,000 against
Casper's
our less than
on another
1,000.
game at the moment.
The joy
He's
drained
not
out of the
responding
tribe
back,
like
so I'm
water
about ready
from a
to go
cracked
back
pot.
to Cold War.
Within
so.
an hour, fear had taken over everything. Women cried in
Ooh.
tents. Warriors looked hopeless. In the council hall,
Yeah, I
the
gotta let
argument
Art
started.
finish downloading
Should we
before
ask
I
the
can
Greater
even
Shield
launch
tribe
any
for help?
game at all.
Wisebot 3
5 days
viewers,
there and back.
+1.
We'll be
Alarm
separated.
clock 2 hours
On a force
41
from the
minutes
corner,
and 7
some Branch
seconds.
member of the Stonehoof clan. This is all because of the new king. If he hadn't killed the elder, the Blackhorns wouldn't be coming. Others joined in.
Pokemon community
When
game
Boros
hop
was
if
alive,
escaped.
we had peace
No
with
one
him.
caught it.
His cursed
John
human
Aswa
blood
5
brought this
rigged.
on
I'll take
us.
care of it.
Fear is a powerful thing.
Okay.
If you say so.
Ah, fucking A. I need a fucking meat factory of some kind.
Well, in the merry month of May, from me home my stars had left the girls of doom were nearly broken hearted salute to Father dear. Kiss me darling mother, drunk a pint of beer, my grief and tears to smother, then off to reap the corn, leave where I was born. Cut a stout black corn for money, roasting gobbling brand new pair of clothes, rattling over the farm, lighting all the doors on the rocky road, to gobbling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out the hair and turning down the rocky road, and all the money to gobbling.
How could Anissa arrive on Earth with absolutely nothing and still end up wearing gold earrings and a sapphire neck?
This dad really loved his daughter's best portable water bottle, and here's why.
There's only supposed to be a water bottle in that box. That box is massive. If you fill this up once a day, you save 2,900 water bottles. We're gonna see how much this actually holds. Voila. Stanley. A hydro jug. I still got room for another Walla. 50, 40, 35, 40, 50.
42.
42.99.
43. That's my water bottle.
This dad really loved his daughter's best portable water bottle, and here...
Hey, you got any firearms in this house? Who's asking? I'm asking. What, are you a police officer or something? I'm from the government, and we're confiscating every firearm in this entire state. Under whose authority? Oh, you haven't heard. Nope, I don't watch much TV these days, cause I actually work for a living. Well, then you should know that the right to bear arms has been officially revoked. Huh. Well, it don't look like you following that rule. Oh, this? Nah, I'm allowed to carry. It's you civilians that ain't allowed. So then, how do I protect my family when you people try to
Like
take
he's
over?
watching these
No,
videos
you
where
don't,
people
okay?
capture
You rely on
ghosts
us
and
to
dark
protect you.
figures on there.
You ain't
And
from
every
around
time
here, are you?
the video,
No,
just a
thank
new
God.
video plays
This
and
small
there's a
town is
noise, you hear a
pathetic.
whisper, so
Well, around
that's what
here,
stuff I go,
we protect ourselves.
no,
Well,
go
not
away.
anymore. Now, you
away.
see, that is a God-given right. And I don't think I'm gonna let you take that from me today. So you're gonna disobey a direct order from the federal government? Absolutely. So why don't you just hop back in your car and take that dirt road right back the way you came? Or how about I just force you to obey? Well, that'd be your funeral. Okay, why are you being so difficult? Buddy, this tough guy routine might work on sheep in the city, but we're wolves out here. So you're never gonna hand them over, huh? Nope. You'll have to pry them from my cold, dead fingers. Alright, you win for now, but next time, I'm coming with backup. You better bring an army. Hey, you got any firearms?
Oh my gosh!
My grandmother said I was the only person in the family she could never trust. I'm 32, and last Sunday at her 80th birthday party, she said it in front of everyone. 40 relatives watching, she cut her cake and announced, I love all my grandchildren, but Nathan here, I could never trust him with anything important. My cousins laughed. My aunt whispered something to my uncle. My mom just stared at her plate.
Oh, when the government goes full woke leftist, yeah, there's gonna be a civil war.
But you work from home in your pajamas. That's not a real job. My cousin Brandon.
And they are going to get wasted.
Nathan just plays on his computer all day. The whole room nodded. My sister tried to defend me, but Grandma cut her off. And he never visits, never calls, just shows up when there's free food. She looked around for agreement. I'm changing my will next week.
Spot new follow S Admiras. Welcome. 1,265 followers plus 1.
Admiras.
Kaito Destiny Admiras.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
for your
following.
Waiting for me to defend myself.
Streamlabs, thank you for following Admiras.
I'm splitting everything between
At Kaito Destiny Admiras. Thanks for following.
Thank you very much for your follows. Greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy your time here. My name is Kaito Destiny, I'm the Blue Fluffy Dragon. Welcome to my Fluffy Madness. Currently, I'm chilling, playing Minecraft while hanging in Discord with my friends, who we're trying to get on Ark Survival, but the game has complete frickin' issues still. But I am currently on all the mods 9 mod pack and just looking for some gear for my colonists. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to do. Where is that chainmail? And watching little stories here on the side.
She pointed at me. You'll get nothing. Brandon smirked. Thanks, Grandma. My mom finally spoke up. Mom, that's not fair. Nathan's busy with work. Busy? Grandma interrupted. Doing what? Sitting at home? She turned back to the party. Everyone here works real jobs. Brandon's closing million-dollar deals. My other grandson's saving lives. And Nathan? She laughed. Nathan sits in his apartment doing who knows what. My aunt nodded. It's embarrassing, honestly. When people ask what my nephew does, what am I supposed to say? Say he's unemployed, my uncle suggested. That's basically what it is. Brandon raised his wine glass. To Grandma, for finally telling it like it is. Half the room clinked glasses. The other half just stared at me with pity. Grandma sat back down, satisfied. I've said my piece. Now let's enjoy the party. The doorbell rang. My sister went to answer it. She came back looking confused. Nathan, there's someone here for you? A woman in a suit walked in carrying a briefcase. Nathan Rivera? That's me. She opened the briefcase and pulled out papers. I'm from Valley Community Hospital. We need your signature on the expansion project. The $2.3 million donation. The room went silent. Grandma's fork clattered against her plate. What donation? The woman looked confused. The hospital wing? Mr. Rivera's been funding it for 3 years. The new pediatric cancer center. We're naming it after his mother. My mom's hand went to her mouth. Brandon stammered. You donated $2 million? 2.3, the woman corrected. It opens next month. The dedication ceremony is March 15th. My aunt grabbed the papers from the woman's hands. This says he's been the anonymous donor since 2021. Grandma stood up slowly, gripping the table. You've had that kind of money and never told us? I signed the papers and handed them back. The woman nodded and left. I looked at Grandma. You never asked what I actually do. You just decided I was worthless. The entire party stood frozen. My cousin whispered, what do you actually do? I develop cybersecurity systems for banks, Fortune 500 companies. I make more in a month than most of you make in a year. Grandma reached for my arm, her voice shaking. Nathan, I didn't know. I pulled away. You spent 3 years telling everyone I was a failure. You called me lazy in front of 40 people. Why would I tell you anything? My mom started crying. Brandon's face went pale. The hospital wing opens March 15th, I said, grabbing my coat. You're all invited. My name will be on the building, right next to Mom's. Grandma's voice cracked. Please, let's talk about this. I looked at her birthday cake still sitting on the table. You said I only show up for free food, so I'm leaving. Brandon tried to speak. Nathan, man, I was just what? Just insulting me in front of everyone? Just agreeing that I'm worthless? My uncle stepped forward. We didn't mean it like that. Yes, you did, I said. Every single one of you meant it exactly like that. I walked to the door. My sister followed me outside. They're complete idiots, she whispered, hugging me. I know. As I drove away, I heard shouting from inside the house. My phone started exploding with texts. I blocked everyone except Mom and my sister. My grandmother said I was the only person in the family she could never
The wife secretly hid her first love inside a yoga ball. Every single night she would show off their sweet affection. Whenever the young man tried to talk with his wife, she would always make an excuse about doing yoga to avoid him. He grew more and more confused about why she was so unusually obsessed with the yoga ball. Only after he uncovered her hidden secret did he finally realize he had been completely deceived all along. The wife had actually hidden her first love inside the yoga ball. The very next day on their 7th wedding anniversary, the young man calmly asked his wife for a divorce. This suddenly made the first love anxious and eager to lash out. Yet overestimating himself, he was instantly pushed to the ground by the man. This deeply pained the wife and made her extremely distressed. Soon after, the wife began to plead with the young man not to divorce her. However, she failed to change his firm decision. Before leaving, he coldly told the woman to see him in court. After that, the young man went to find a female lawyer who had quietly admired him for a long time. He told her that he had already filed for divorce with his wife. In 3 days, he planned to make her leave with nothing, and he would have the female lawyer represent him in this lawsuit. The next day, the young man returned home to pack up his belongings. A group of people were gossiping that he was just alive and son-in-law, and now he was ungrateful enough to want to divorce the powerful female CEO. When the woman overheard this, she immediately lashed out and harshly scolded the servants. Then she turned around with a forced smile and gently told the young man not to argue anymore. She desperately begged him not to divorce her, but the young man once again firmly refused his wife. He made it clear that he did not come back to reconcile. He was only there to take what belonged to him. Seeing the person who betrayed him remain so calm made a wave of disgust rise in his heart. He turned away and left the woman behind without hesitation. When he entered his study, he found the first love touching his belongings. He quickly snatched back the family photo and forcefully pushed the first love aside, because it was a precious photo of him and his parents, and he would never allow the first love to taint it. Hearing the noise, the wife hurried into the room just in time. Seeing the first love act pitiful again made her heart ache deeply. She kept insisting that the young man was losing his temper for no reason. She promised that as long as he did not divorce her, she would never practice yoga again. She even said she could throw away that yoga ball right now. But the young man had already lost every bit of attachment to the unfaithful woman. This was an unforgivable bottom line. He turned and left this heartbreaking home behind. The next day was the day they faced each other in court. In order to gain the upper hand, the woman made the first move. She unexpectedly presented a photo of the young man with the young female lawyer. This instantly caught the young man off guard. Everyone began to accuse him of blaming others while being guilty himself, making him the center of harsh criticism, although he and the young female lawyer were completely innocent. At that moment, he had no evidence to prove it. However, the young man stated that he had evidence proving the wife had cheated first. Right after that, the female lawyer presented video evidence and requested the judge to play it. After receiving approval, the video of the wife doing yoga was immediately shown. When the woman left, she even told the first love inside to rest for a while, but the moment she walked away, the first love revealed his true identity, shocking everyone present instantly. The wife secretly hid her first love inside a yoga ball.
I was walking into the urgent...
That is...
Do you like what you see, brother?
Oh my.
What the hell's going on?
Hey, it's me, your landlord.
I know.
I have to discuss an eviction notice with you.
An eviction for what?
You cannot install your own ceiling fans. This is a rental.
What? It's a socket fan.
What is a socket fan?
Here, look, I'll show you. So I didn't drill this or wire. I just twisted this in.
Pokemon community game A Wild Gal Slowbro appears catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
So I can change it to warm colors, cool, or I could do ice white as well.
Wow. Does it work without the light being on?
Oh yeah, so if I turn the light off, it's still gonna work as a regular fan. I could also do the light without the fan as well. So if I turn the fan off, it's still gonna work as a light. So one can work without the other, or you could obviously...
Sit down. Hey, you don't talk to my wife like that. Now wait a minute, buddy. Who the hell do you think you're talking? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? What's going on here? Can I help you, sir? I'm Henry Firth. Good news, Mr. Firth. Your car is safe and sound, and we've got the perpetrators.
Those aren't the perpetrators. Those are my partner's son and nephew.
Partner? Legal partner. I've got a few questions for you. When you got this alleged confession from these two young men, did they have a lawyer present? No, because I'm their lawyer. Did you notify their parents? No, because we're their parents. So, officer, don't tell us to wait, and don't tell us to sit down. Just open that damn cell and let those two boys out of there. I'm gonna tie this place up with so much litigation that your grandchildren are gonna need lawyers. Sit down. Hey, you don't talk to my wife like that. Now wait a minute, buddy. Who the hell do you think you're talking? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? What's going on here? Can I help you, sir? I'm Henry Firth. Good news, Mr. Firth. Your car is safe and sound, and we've got the perpetrators.
Pokemon community game Gal Slowbro escaped. No one caught it. John Aswa 5 rigged.
Partner, I've got a few questions for you. When you got this alleged confession from these two young men, did they have a lawyer present? No, because I'm their lawyer. Did you notify their parents? No, because we're their parents. So, officer, don't tell us to wait, and don't tell us to sit down. Just open that damn cell and let those two boys out of there. I'm gonna tie this place up with so much litigation that your grandchildren are gonna need lawyers. Sit down. Hey, you don't talk to my wife like that. Now wait a minute, buddy. Who the hell do you think?
Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious.
My legs are broken in 3 places. I'm running out of oxygen. I'm bleeding out. You're playing with me like a rag doll.
I'm waiting for something.
I have 19% oxygen remaining.
Wait, where did you go?
Yeah, I fell off. I'm about to fucking hit the deck again. I died. My legs are broken in 3 places. I'm running out of oxygen. I'm bleeding out. You're playing with me like a rag doll. I have 19% oxygen remaining.
Wait, where did you go?
Yeah, I fell off. I'm about to fucking hit the deck again. I died. My legs are broken in 3 places. I'm running out of oxygen. I'm bleeding out. You're playing.
Oh, that was another good nap. Time to go eat. Oh God, why does it smell like a swamp in here? You look well rested.
You scared me there, appetizer. What did you just call me? Oh, this is the DoorDash thing I must have heard about. I never had food waiting for me when I wake up. Buddy, that's either your forehead or one hell of a concussion you got going on. No, my name's Florida. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'd really rather my meals not talk back this much. That was a weird tasting meal, but nonetheless, time to get started. So that's what I look like on the inside. What? You know, in a weird way, I think I should be thanking you. You know, I don't think a lot of my organs are meant to be that color. Maybe I'll need a new kind of diet. But I ate you! I'm widely aware of that! There's still a little more. I beg your finest fucking pardon. You know, I heard you call yourself an eater of worlds. Well, I'm a breaker of minds. And I'm really looking forward to seeing if I can break a god. How the fuck did you pull this off? Prize at a high-stakes poker game, and the guy I was playing can't play for shit. Ooh, that was enough.
Don't trust Tops, including Krampus and me.
Helios. We both know this name pretty well, and yet it holds completely different meanings for us. I truly hope that we never see each other again.
Could it be Romeo?
My full name is Remio Van. Romantic story.
Don't trust Tops, including Krampus and me.
Helios. We both know this name pretty well.
Oh, kitty cat, what do you got there? Sub-Zero, summon Scorpion.
As promised. Did you lose control again? Not yet.
My daughter came home from school and asked, "Dad, why does everyone keep asking if you're out of prison?" I laughed, thought she was joking.
I've
"What are you
just
talking
got
about,
done
sweetheart?"
cooking
She wasn't
dinner, so
smiling.
you can
Lucia's
chill.
mom told Lucia she's not allowed to play with me anymore. She said you just got out. Bruce asked if you have tattoos from jail. Mrs. Emery
It's
moved me to a
7
different reading
o'clock.
group today and wouldn't say why. I've never been arrested, never been in a cop car, never even had a parking ticket. I'm an accountant. I drive a Tesla. The most illegal thing I've ever done is download music in 2007. I called the school the next morning, asked to speak with the principal. "Mr. Dunn, we've received some concerns from parents. I think it would be best if you came in to discuss them in person." She wouldn't say what the concerns were, just that there were multiple. Things got worse before I even made it to that meeting. Monday, I got an email saying I'd been removed from the volunteer coaching list, pending verification of background. I'd been coaching my daughter's soccer team for 2 years. Tuesday, a woman from CPS showed up at my door. Someone had filed an anonymous report about a child living with a convicted felon. She looked embarrassed the whole time. Checked the fridge, looked at my daughter's room, left after 20 minutes and said it was probably nothing. Wednesday, my ex-wife Karen called. We'd been divorced for 3 years, shared custody, no drama until now. "I'm concerned about Ella's safety," she said. "I'm filing for emergency custody until this is sorted out." Until what is sorted out? I've never been to prison. That's not what I'm hearing. She hung up before I could respond. I started asking around, traced the rumor back to a mom named Linda. She swore she saw my mugshot on one of those inmate search websites, said she was just warning other parents. I went home and searched every database I could find, nothing under my name. Then I searched Jaden Dunn with different spellings. That's when I found him. Jaden Dunn, released from state prison 8 months ago. Assault and battery. His mugshot looked nothing like me. Different age, different build, but the name was close enough. He moved to a town 40 minutes away after getting out. An honest mistake. I almost felt relieved. Then I checked the dates. Linda had told Karen about the mix-up 6 days ago. Karen had known for almost a week that it wasn't me. So why was she still telling people I was dangerous? The emergency custody hearing was scheduled for Friday. Karen showed up with her lawyer and her concerned mother their face. I showed up with a folder. The mediator asked Karen to explain her concerns. She talked for 10 minutes, used words like safety and environment and troubling allegations. She even started crying at one point, said she was just trying to protect her daughter. When it was my turn, I slid 3 documents across the table. This is the inmate record for Jaden Dunn, released 8 months ago, assault and battery. The mediator looked at it, and this is my driver's license. Jaden Dunn, different spelling, different birthday, different person entirely. Karen's lawyer leaned over to look. His face tightened. And this, I said, is a screenshot of a Facebook message Karen received 6 days ago from Linda Kaufman. I'd gone back to Linda after I found the real Jaden Dunn, showed her the mugshot comparison. She broke down crying and forwarded me every message she'd sent trying to correct the mistake, including the one to Karen. I read it out loud. OMG, I'm so embarrassed. I looked closer at the mugshot. It's a totally different person, not your ex at all. I'm so sorry for the confusion. The mediator looked at Karen. You received this 6 days ago? Karen's mouth opened and closed. Nothing came out. I kept going. And this is Karen's text to her sister the same day. Karen's sister had sent it to me the night before the hearing. She'd called me out of nowhere and said she couldn't stay quiet anymore. Linda made a mistake, but I'm not telling anyone yet. This might be the push I need to get full custody. The mediator set down her pen. Mrs. Dunn, is this accurate? Karen's lawyer put his hand on her arm. She shook it off. He's twisting everything. I was just being cautious. You filed a CPS report, I said. You told the school I was a convicted felon. You tried to take my daughter away from me, and you knew the entire time it was a lie. The mediator closed her folder. I've seen enough. Karen's emergency motion was denied. The mediator noted deliberate parental alienation in her report and recommended I get increased custody. The CPS case was closed with a note that the complaint was malicious and unfounded. I'm back on the volunteer coaching list. Linda apologized in person and brought cookies to our next game. Karen doesn't make eye contact at pickup anymore. Last week, Ella asked if she could do a family tree project for school. She drew me in the center. Next to my name, she wrote accountant in big letters, just in case anyone was still confused. My daughter came home from school and asked, Dad, why does everyone keep asking if you're out of prison? I laughed, thought she was joking. What are you talking about, sweetheart? She wasn't smiling. Lucia's mom told Lucia she's not allowed to play with me anymore. She said you just got out. Bruce asked if you have tattoos from jail. Mrs. Emery moved me to a different reading group today and wouldn't say why. I've never been arrested, never been in a cop car, never even had a parking ticket. I'm an accountant. I drive...
That year, when our parents passed away and the company was on the verge of bankruptcy, I cut ties with my sister during her most difficult time. 5 years later, our company went public. With her success and fame, she became President Huo, a woman everyone looks up to. When reporters asked who she was most grateful to over the years, my sister's eyes grew cold. With a mocking tone, she replied, the younger brother who abandoned me for money? No, he doesn't even count as my brother anymore. Let's see how he's doing now. The reporters launched a net-wide campaign to find President Huo's brother, offering a bounty of 10 million, but they couldn't find me. They only found the diary I wrote before I died. When the reporter handed that diary to my sister, she froze in place. She took it with trembling hands, but in the very next second, she threw the diary into the trash can. Is this Huon Yen's new trick, or are you doing this on purpose for the show's effect? The reporter shook his head and carefully picked up my diary. This is indeed the diary your brother wrote before his death. As for his body, it has already been cremated, because it went unclaimed. It has been handled by the crematorium. Before he could finish his sentence, my sister stood up in a furious rage. Don't think I'll forgive him just because he's playing this kind of trick. Go tell Huon Yan. I already have a younger brother now. He means absolutely nothing to me. Even if he really is dead, I wouldn't care. The reporter looked at her in a tough spot. Then what about this diary? How would you like to handle it? My sister Huo Wantong sneered. You read it. Let me see what kind of lies he can make up. Hello, Mr. Diary. From now on, please take good care of me. You're the only one left to keep me company, right? Let me tell you. Today, I took the gifts my family bought for me, and as I was running away from home, I was caught by my sister. I originally didn't want to run into her. I just wanted to leave home quietly. But my sister was being very annoying. She grabbed my hand and told me not to leave, saying I was her only family left. At that moment, my heart trembled, but I still kept a cold face and questioned her. Now that the company's banked, can you still buy me the motorcycle models I like? I spend money like water. Can you still afford to raise me instead of living with you? And trying to find ways to save money every day. But my sister got even more anxious, questioning who told me these things, and telling me not to be scammed. She also said she would work harder in the future, make lots and lots of money, and definitely let me live the life of a young master like before. But guess what I said? I'm willing to be scammed. Is it any of your business if you are capable and have the money to raise me? I will still be your good brother. I would still come home, but when will you ever have money? My sister is such a strong-willed person, yet to make me stay, she actually knelt down. Pretty pathetic, isn't it? I turned my face away, and while she wasn't looking, wiped the tears from my eyes. Don't delay my future, I said, and even threatened to cut ties with her entirely. That slap really stunned my sister. She stood there, frozen, watching helplessly as I dragged my luggage away. I'm sorry, sister. It must have hurt a lot, right? After reading this page, the reporter took a deep breath. I didn't expect President Huo to rely on her brother so much, but when the camera turned to my sister, her expression showed no sign of being moved. She remained as cold as ever, just casually saying, I deeply regret it. I regret being so good to him in the past, only to raise an ungrateful wretch. Mr. Diary, I'm back again. Today, I went to another hospital for a follow-up examination. Honestly, how I wish the previous diagnosis was a mistake. That way, I could go back and tell my sister I regretted it. As long as I swallowed my pride, my sister would forgive me just like before. But life doesn't have that many miracles. That middle-aged doctor said to me with a serious face, where are your parents? Primary liver cancer. It's already in the late stage. You need to be hospitalized immediately. I didn't really understand, but the fear of death still made me burst into tears. I'm only 18 years old. The doctor looked at me with pity and wrote me a billing slip for hospitalization. I ran over to the payment machine to take a look, and finally, I sneaked out of the hospital. That year, when our parents passed away and the company was on the verge of bankruptcy, I cut ties with my sister during her most difficult time. 5 years later, her company went public. With her success and fame,
touch the stuff, not gonna touch the stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie. I don't touch the stuff.
I'm gonna buy rope.
That's gonna cost you 20 gold pieces, Sybil.
What is that expensive?
Well, that's because they're selling the silk rope.
Alright, motherfuckers. Fine.
Okay, so here's a rope. Yeah, we got this right here. Yeah, I can get anything better than this.
No, I don't think I need any exclusive special rope. I just need normal rope, please.
Well, this is the normal rope. That's when the investigation checks in, and you will see
Pokemon community game A Wild Bellsprout appears. Catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
I want the ugly bad rope.
I don't know what to tell you. We don't have any of
That one,
that.
right? She's pointing. That one.
Oh wow! I thought we were sold out of this, and apparently we're not.
Oh, how fortuitous!
Opens the box. It's filled with this rope. How many extra of this rope do you want?
Does anyone else want rope?
Oh God, it's a party.
400 feet, please.
400 feet! Okay!
I'm gonna buy rope.
So, Aries. Sure. My son's daycare posted a video of them dealing with problem kids. I'm sitting at my desk eating a sad desk salad when my phone buzzes with a text from another.
Alright, let's start with the next one.
Soldiers battled giant monsters in Wolversh wetlands, struggling desperately, while Alta Shui stood calmly behind them observing.
Kitties are
Alta refused assistance,
snuggling in on
explaining
me.
his role simply, while officers questioned him, and monsters continued attacking. Alta drew his sword and swiftly defeated enemies, revealing overwhelming skill, shocking soldiers who witnessed his strength. It revealed Alta was once Raul Islam, a powerful sword saint who lived solely for battle. In his previous life, Alta traveled constantly, fighting wars alone, becoming strongest, yet losing companions and purpose. 3 years after reincarnating as Alta Shuiz, he worked as knight, using past skills to complete missions efficiently. Alta decided to earn money steadily, aiming for peaceful retirement.
Pokemon community game Bellsprout escaped. No one caught it.
After mission
John
success,
Aswa 5 Red.
Alta returned to capital, recognized as guard knight in Galdia Kingdom, gaining stable position. Commander Lemire Eowyn reviewed battle results, praising squad performance, noting minimal casualties despite overwhelming enemy annihilation. Alta calmly requested bonus payment for each kill, showing practical mindset, then respectfully thanked Commander afterward. Alta explained saving money for future. While Commander questioned his goals, insisting money should not matter most, Commander pressed Alta about ambition, but he showed no passion, explaining burnout from previous life experiences. Alta smiled calmly, deciding to live slowly, believing youth allowed him time to choose his path. Commander laughed, offering luxurious rewards, but Alta refused politely, showing little interest in status or comfort. The commander then assigned Alta a bodyguard mission, claiming it suited him, beginning a new task ahead. Alta received mission details, shown portrait of Iris Rienfol, assigned as her escort due to suspicious rumors. Alta accepted quickly for money, while Commander explained escort necessity, mentioning academy environment and possible hidden risks. Alta confirmed mission completion attitude, showing readiness, deciding simple escort task suited his current desire for ease. Alta arrived at Fiorum Academy, observing
Omnier,
students and environment,
so too Trisna.
realizing mission
Kaito
location.
Destiny Omnier. Welcome to my channel.
I don't wanna be a pee-pee.
Stream
A
elements
peep.
look it's Trisna. They were playing art. Go check them out and give them some fluffy cheers and support. Trisna at URL. At Kaito Destiny Omnier. Welcome to my channel.
A Furby, let's go with Furby. A Furby.
Alright, food supply is back up and running. Now why the fuck is he over there fishing when he needs to be over here? Makes no sense.
What is it? Is there a problem?
Alright.
Was structured, peaceful educational institution. Students noticed Iris's presence, clearing path respectfully, showing her high status, while Alta prepared to begin escort duty. Iris Rienfeld, noble daughter known as Sword Saint Princess, walked through academy, admired by surrounding students. Other students whispered about Iris, praising her beauty and status, while noting distance between her and others. Iris attended class quietly, hearing others discuss her future as king candidate, reflecting silently on expectations placed. Despite status, Iris kindly helped Arya, showing gentle personality, maintaining close friendship beyond noble responsibilities. Iris cared for Arya affectionately, expressing gratitude, while others observed her kindness, reinforcing her admired presence. Iris admitted needing more practice, determined to improve, while others suggested swordsmanship exam would prove her abilities. She resolved to continue training seriously, aiming to become undefeated swordsman, strengthening her determination despite pressure. Alta entered classroom, drawing attention from students who questioned his identity, surprised by his young appearance. He introduced himself as temporary Kenjutsu instructor, calmly presenting his role, while students reacted with confusion. Students reacted with shock, unable to accept Alta as instructor, questioning situation as tension filled classroom. Alta explained his appointment calmly, but Iris doubted him. Unable to accept child teaching swordsmanship seriously, Iris confronted Alta angrily, rejecting him as instructor, believing academy training should not involve inexperienced young children. Students supported Iris, describing her undefeated record, emphasizing her strength, questioning Alta's qualifications compared to her achievements. Class protested loudly, insisting Iris superior, even claiming instructors previously defeated, increasing tension against Alta's authority. Alta proposed mock battle calmly, offering to leave classroom if defeated, attempting to resolve situation through demonstration. At Marshall Field, Iris accepted mock battle, standing ready, while
So a
Alta
hearty
prepared
meal,
calmly for
fulfilling meal
upcoming
is what they
demonstration.
want.
A student challenged Alta
God
and
damn it,
said,
Oliver,
"Quit
quit
it
with the
with
wanna help
gloves.
me if I start
preventing
making
Iris
some
from
drinks for
fighting
everybody,
directly
baby?
in match.
Student explained mock sword rules, promising victory if Alta landed hit, while demonstrating magical blade ability. Alta accepted calmly, drawing sword, inviting everyone to attack together instead of
Make it
facing
so
opponents
has a
individually.
drink.
He
Everybody
defeated
else has a
multiple
drink.
students
Why do you have
effortlessly,
crown?
showcasing superior
Mikey?
skill, overwhelming them quickly, proving his strength before entire class. Students lay defeated, confused by Alta's strength, questioning situation while Iris quietly observed outcome, without reacting much. Iris and Arya acknowledged Alta's power, realizing he surpassed previous instructor, recognizing his unexpected combat
As soon
ability.
as I get done,
Then, Iris stepped forward, deciding to fight personally, ordering others aside, determined to
made a
test
boo-boo
Alta's true
yesterday.
strength. Remaining students protested,
We was
warning
rearranging
Iris, but
everything,
tension
and I was
rose
trying
as
to make it to
situation
where I could
escalated into
easily
serious
sit up and
confrontation.
use the
Iris approached confidently with
PC
Arya,
and shit.
while Alta invited next challengers,
Yes.
signaling continuation of intense mock battle. Iris analyzed Alta's technique, declaring it ineffective, while apologizing slightly yet maintaining confidence in her own skills. Iris withdrew from match, leaving Arya alone as she advanced toward Alta, initiating direct confrontation seriously. Both prepared stances, focusing intensely as Iris charged forward, beginning duel against Alta in front of class.
The what?
Iris launched rapid attacks,
The
but
whole
Alta
reason
blocked
we had to
skillfully,
buy
matching her
Arc
speed,
again?
surprising those observing their clash. Increased
Conan
speed
just
further,
released it
Iris
for free.
continuing assault, while Alta responded
Wait,
calmly,
what?
maintaining control despite...
Oh yeah, the update that's coming in a couple days.
It's here.
It's in
Unreal
May.
Engine 5 on Conan dropped yesterday.
That's early. I thought it said it was going to drop May 5th. Well, that's everything I've been hearing is May 5th, May 5th. Oh, you scared the shit out of me, Mikey. I go to turn and think I done run into somebody.
Sorry.
Casper said the update for Conan's already dropped.
Reminds me of seasons.
What? He said it's here. He said it came yesterday.
Remove the
So Unreal Engine 5. Do you have an update for Conan?
Conan ain't coming out for console right now. It's just for Steam and PC.
No, I want to buy.
Okay. That might be why it said the 5th then. It might be going through the whole process thing.
I need more crackers.
Microsoft and Sony's probably processing it still.
I already know about that other kind, Melody. You focus on drinks.
I'm just gonna switch to Spiral real quick.
Yeah, Whack was already playing it on YouTube.
Otherwise,
It looks amazing.
Her aggressive attacks. Iris attacked
The only
rapidly
thing that
with
sucks
overwhelming
is
speed, but
Xbox
Alta defended
PC
calmly, finding no openings while
and
observing her
Xbox
movements.
can't
Alta revealed his
crossplay.
strength, surprising Iris, as his presence and skill exceeded expectations within the kingdom.
Yeah, it's still saying
He
no
counterattacked
first
suddenly, forcing Iris backward, disrupting her rhythm and creating distance during intense exchange. Questioned Iris's understanding
will
of
be
true skill,
crossplay
he prompting her
after
realization while she
it's
struggled to
on
respond
all
effectively.
platforms.
He overwhelmed Iris completely, striking repeatedly, demonstrating superior
I thought
mastery.
it's.
As
Oh, you talking
classmates
about the
watched in
update?
shock and disbelief, Alta
Yeah, once
advised
that
Iris
comes
to
out
move and
for all
find blind
platforms,
spots,
then
while she
they'll
struggled
release
adapting
new
within
official
limited
servers
battlefield
that
space.
are fully
He advanced
crossplay.
swiftly, striking downward, increasing
Right
pressure,
now they want to
forcing
separate the
Iris into
servers
defensive
because
position
it's
during
out on
ongoing
PC,
duel.
but not on
Arya
platform.
joined suddenly, ignoring warnings,
Alright, Mikey,
assisting
crossplay's
Iris,
coming.
shifting battle into
to
2
phone.
against 1 confrontation. Iris and Arya coordinated attacks together, attempting to overwhelm Alta, using teamwork to compensate for individual gaps. Both attacked simultaneously from opposite sides, but Alta remained centered, preparing to counter their combined assault. The bell-ended match, leaving students shocked. While Iris realized defeat, unable to overcome Alta's overwhelming strength, Alta addressed class
It is still
calmly,
very
asking
good.
questions, confirming role as instructor, while Iris approached him seriously afterward. Introduced himself properly, he explaining background, gaining acceptance slowly. While Iris acknowledged him despite earlier doubts, Alta reflected on situation, noting difficulties as instructor, but remained satisfied with outcome of demonstration. Meanwhile, discussion revealed Iris's true goal,
Oh, yeah.
becoming stronger independently, refusing protection, shaping future interactions with Alta. Iris stood alone, recalling Alta's words,
Get off
while
my
he
bowl
compared
with
her
the sink.
talent to past legends, noticing her
You
limitations.
give me back my
Alta
tea.
dismissed class, instructing students to
Those are
return,
my little
while
things of
reflecting
tea.
Iris possessed
That's
skill,
it.
but
No.
lacked true sword saint level. He approached Iris,
I've got
asking
your
about her
food.
condition,
Come on,
noticing her
baby.
silence and unusual behavior after their match. Iris admitted she had never been struck before, questioning outcome, while Alta responded lightly to ease tension. She insisted she had not lost, yet realized
I don't know how I
Alta's
feel
strike
about the
surpassed
game.
her understanding,
That's the
shaking her
game.
confidence deeply.
Yeah, I
Iris
saw
insisted
that.
match was incomplete, realizing Alta held
After they
back,
change it, you
questioning
won't
his
have
true
access to
strength
any
and
new
considering
Call of
further
Duty
challenge.
games that come out. You have to
Requested
wait a
serious
year.
duel, she confronting
Yeah.
Alta
Don't
directly,
purchase it.
marking beginning of their meaningful rivalry and future encounters.
But I mean, it's like $10 cheaper now.
Iris demanded serious
Yeah.
fight again, while Alta reacted calmly, surprised yet unsure how to respond immediately.
No, it's not. It's
Alta
lagging
avoided
again.
request, lightly joking instead, reminding Iris about class, while she remained focused on duel. Time passed, marking end of battle, as Alta continued
Oh,
ruling,
undead horse.
being
That's what's
recognized
over
as
here.
temporary instructor within
Oh, wait, no.
academy.
The
Head
center
school,
fucked up.
Kolstar, approached Alta, introducing himself, explaining situation, mentioning Alta's hidden
Okay,
role
there it
and
goes.
unusual assignment. He discussed Iris's difficulty,
Play
explaining
history.
previous instructor
What's it today,
failed, highlighting her strength and challenges Alta would face. Kolstar spoke with Alta,
7 days I'd
encouraging
have
him,
to purchase it
suggesting he suited
outright.
guarding royalty, while Alta responded modestly. Students gathered around Alta,
Yeah, I don't know
asking
what's going
questions,
on with that game.
praising his strength, showing curiosity and excitement toward new instructor. Alta interacted casually with class, easing tension, while some students remained wary, observing him carefully. Iris approached Alta again, requesting serious duel, showing determination, and refusing to accept previous outcome. She followed, Alta persistently, asking him to fight, while Alta acknowledged her strength, considering her potential seriously. Iris
good.
insisted on serious duel using enchantments,
So?
while Alta hesitated, concerned about rules and her growing determination. She pleaded intensely, offering help in exchange. while
Yep,
Alta worried
there's
about
no way you
consequences
can get
and
picky or choosy
misunderstood her
between the blue
emotional
bowls.
approach. Alta
Because they
accepted
each got the same
reluctantly,
amount in it.
setting condition, ensuring
Everybody got the
Iris
same
understood
amount.
implications before proceeding
So
with
you can pick
unusual
one,
agreement
Hunter can
between
pick
them.
one, the little bowl
Iris
that
resolved
says-
herself fully, blushing yet determined, showing commitment
Hers
despite
hers
embarrassment
got
over her earlier
one
desperate
soup
request,
ladle.
corrected her
Everybody else
mindset,
got two.
Alta
She's
warning
not gonna
against
eat that. Give me
desperation,
the dang soup.
apologizing for harsh words,
Child.
guiding her toward proper understanding.
Gosh, you got a death
Alta
wish.
considered adding challenge, testing her persistence further. Iris eagerly accepted Alta's condition, showing excitement.
Hey,
He
boogies.
set rule, giving 30 minutes chase. Warning failure meant giving up, while Iris agreed without hesitation. Alta immediately fled across
Where is
Academy
the
grounds,
school?
initiating chase, intending to test Iris through movement rather than direct combat. Used magic to enhance speed, he moving swiftly, surprising students nearby. As chase spread across school area, Alta acknowledged Iris's ability, deciding to become serious, while Iris
Melody, there
pursued
you go.
relentlessly, refusing to let him escape.
Melody, here.
Iris lost
Where
sight of
you?
Alta within forest, realizing distance increased. While she searched
Starting to
surroundings,
search further
Iris
around.
Pokemon community game A Wild Crickito. F. Appears catch it using Poke Catch. Winners revealed in 90s.
Suddenly, unknown weapon attacked, startling Iris, as she sensed presence different from Alta approaching within forest. A masked man appeared, revealing hostile intent, identifying Iris, confirming she was isolated and vulnerable target. Assassins attacked using poison, paralyzing Iris's body, preventing movement, placing her in immediate danger situation. Iris collapsed under poison effects, unable to move, while Assassin mocked her helpless state, confirming complete paralysis. Struggled internally, she realizing danger, understanding situation was fatal, yet refusing to accept defeat. Despite fear, Iris forced her body to move, using willpower, attempting to resist poison while preparing desperate counterattack. Assassin advanced confidently, underestimating her, boasting while preparing finishing strike
That's
against
your fault.
weakened
Open the
Iris
door and
within
figure out how to
forest.
get it out.
Alta
What you
suddenly
wanna do?
appeared behind enemy, revealing presence,
Suck your foot up,
instructing Iris calmly, taking control of dangerous
Or
situation
how else would your
immediately.
pocketbook stuck?
Alta instantly struck Assassin,
They're coming for
eliminating him
you.
before reacting,
Prepare your readiness.
shocking enemies, while Iris watched, unable to follow movement. Iris realized his speed exceeded perception,
What the hell,
recognizing the
Soso?
while he stood calm after attack. Alta advanced without weapon,
You are not
using
shoving
precise
this
movement,
thing up my ass.
surprising Iris, who
Wait,
questioned
what?
her
Pokemon community game Crickito.
Remaining
F.
assassins
Escape.
surrounded.
No one
Iris
caught
advanced
it.
in calm,
John Aswa 5 rigged.
movements and intentions without concern.
She tried to stick an elbow up your butt? What the fuck?
Anticipating reinforcements,
It's an L bracket.
realizing mission
An
seriousness,
L bracket.
protecting Iris from further danger.
Okay, I heard Elmo. It's like, why do you have an Elmo toy?
Assassination intent while she struggled. The skilled assassin appeared,
Sophie,
mocking
quit.
Iris's limits, claiming she lacked power, while revealing
Alright,
desire
well, is
to
it
fight
cooled
her
down?
seriously. Alta
Do 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 do.
while opponent acknowledged him, drawing
No,
weapon,
go away, demon.
preparing for proper battle. The assassin revealed identity as Azuma Karai, member of elite group,
Is it cool or
signaling
not?
dangerous confrontation
Then
ahead
get her in a
for
chair.
Alta.
Go get me a chair.
Alta encountered masked assassin
Chair time.
Azuma Karai, realizing dangerous mercenary presence, while Iris recognized threat and prepared cautiously. Azuma confirmed identity calmly, revealing himself as infamous killer, creating tense atmosphere between him and approaching opponents. Iris confronted Azuma directly, warning him, while Alta observed quietly, analyzing situation and possible upcoming battle. Azuma released overwhelming killing intent, displaying immense magical power, causing fear, as environment reflected his deadly presence. Alta remained calm, stating he felt no
I'm
excitement,
being hit with love.
testing Azuma's intent, showing difference between their mindsets. Azuma prepared seriously,
You.
releasing killing intent, while Alta observed
What is your
stance,
job? You are an
recognizing
archer.
familiar technique from past
Where is
experience.
your armor?
Launched Iguri attack, Azuma unleashing massive slash, aiming to overwhelm Alta instantly with speed and power. Alta countered with unseen strike, shocking Azuma, who realized attack's nature, while Iris struggled to perceive it. Used invisible wind blade technique.
Sophie's just
Alta
went full
refined
on
from past
gremlin
life,
mode today.
demonstrating superior mastery beyond ordinary
Still
skills.
fucking hilarious when you went
Assassin
all
acknowledged Alta's
gremlin
strength
mode trying to
and
get those
treated the
eggs.
challenge, revealing excitement while preparing
Yes,
to
yes,
continue
me,
the
me, me, me,
race.
me. It's like,
Azuma activated
oh.
powerful magic formation, combining wind, cut, and
That was
fire.
fucking
Alta
hilarious.
responded calmly, releasing controlled wind energy, matching Azuma's power while maintaining precise stance. Both exchanged rapid invisible strikes, clashing continuously.
Oh yeah, I cracked
creating
up. I popped
explosive
up
impacts as
into
neither moved from
Forsaken's
positions.
live
Azuma
stream.
advanced aggressively,
And
swinging blade fiercely.
it automatically done a
attempting
shout
to
out to
break
me,
through Alta's
and it
defense
played it,
during
and
intense
I was
exchange.
busting out laughing.
Despite injuries, Azuma smiled wildly, continuing duel, showing
Like he had
obsession
so
with
much stuff
battle
up on the
while
screen
refusing to
that it
retreat.
didn't show it,
Alta and
but you
Azuma
could
crossed
hear it,
paths
and it
instantly,
was hilarious.
exchanging decisive strikes, as Alta's attack fatally cut through him. Alta introduced himself calmly, while Azuma, heavily wounded,
Okay.
acknowledged him, showing respect despite nearing death. Azuma
Let's clear
accepted
this
defeat
out.
with satisfaction, expressing joy in battle, then collapsed, ending his life. After final words, Alta reflected briefly, apologizing to Iris
Like, you
for
do
killing
remember those
enemies
aren't nice
before
puppies,
her,
right?
revealing his calm yet serious nature. He reassured Iris gently, extending
Sure
his
they
hand,
are.
confirming danger
They just
ended,
want a hug.
encouraging her to feel
No, they
safe
do
again.
not.
Alta caught Iris
They want to
safely
chew
with
on
her
your
hand,
ass like a chew
supporting
toy.
her while she smiled, relieved and still energetic.
There's
Later,
nothing
Iris
nice about
rested
them.
indoors, confirming recovery, while Alta
Which
observed
map
her
are you guys
behavior,
playing on?
slightly confused by her attitude.
He's
Alta
on
apologized
SIPTA.
sincerely,
I'm eating.
reflecting on duty as bodyguard, while Iris reassured him, explaining
Siptify.
Iris asked again for serious help, determined
I'm
to test Alta
currently
properly,
installing.
recalling earlier unfinished challenge. Alta realized Iris lacked real
So wait, is
combat
Conan free
experience,
now, or?
understanding her motivation, while
It's on
questioning
Game
her
Pass.
persistence toward
Oh.
I
freedom.
mean, I bought it when it first
Iris
came
explained
out,
her goal to
No.
graduate quickly,
Okay.
while Alta listened,
I just never
realizing
installed
her
it on this
determination
Xbox.
and difficulty refusing request. She revealed desire to
Yeah.
become knight, despite expectations, while admitting she had not grown stronger recently.
It's one of those games that
Iris
you don't
described
really want to
constant
play Cloud
victories,
on.
yet felt stagnant, explaining Alta's arrival disrupted her steady, unchanging progress, declared this chance to improve. Iris insisting on fighting Alta, showing strong will to overcome limitations. Alta
Just keep you
understood
on
her
your toes.
resolve, deciding to accept, respecting her ambition, and recognizing her potential as
It's the
future
fish
ally.
birds.
Agreed reluctantly, Alta
Just tell
warning
them to
Iris
run
improvement
straight
would
into
take
the
time,
storm.
while planning private lessons away from other students. He proposed
Okay, now it's starting to
practical
sound like
duel
a port
training
knife.
using enchantments, while Iris accepted eagerly, hoping to become
I mean, him
stronger.
did run into the storm
Iris
for
committed
Eagles
fully,
when we played on
trusting
SIPTA.
Alta's guidance, while he decided to support her growth
Was
as
curious.
instructor and bodyguard. Alta
Yeah,
reflected
you gotta run all the way
situation
in,
suited her
and
development,
then there's a
observing her determination,
tower in the middle,
while
and you want
Iris
to go
left
inside of it.
confidently after discussion ended.
It's perfectly
He
safe.
added condition, asking Iris to carry item constantly, surprising her, while hinting at unconventional training method.
A massive barrier enveloped the fortress as knights secured the area, tightening defense after a breach. Alta observed the tense situation, then quietly left, claiming he needed a short trip into town. He entered a bustling tavern,
All the,
meeting a confident
ancient stuff
officer
that
eager
you
to hear
get.
about the recent mission. Over
Take
drinks,
that
she
to that
demanded
tower, and
details on
that's how you
Iris,
buy
while
stuff.
Alta remained calm,
Right.
recalling events with quiet precision. Thanks to a
Mark
hidden
coming to
detection
haunt
spell,
you, Mikey.
Alta always knew Iris's location, ensuring her safety constantly.
The fish
Iris's
bird
dorm location was
is thinking
pinpointed,
of you.
and Alta assured rapid response if attackers struck her residence. A convict linked to multiple crimes had escaped. Deeper concerns pointed toward the Kankakashu group.
Wisebot 4 viewers, +1. Alarm clock 3 hours 32 minutes and 15 seconds.
Historical service records. Alta realized this
Wanted to
earlier
eat the soup
victory
while it
didn't
was
end
hot.
things. More Kankakashu agents remained hidden in cities.
Goddamn
Despite
frickin'
using
lag.
no alias, Alta stayed hidden.
He's amazed by his
After
steak
victory,
his jaw
he
dropped
declined
earlier.
drinks, still underage. She kept insisting he drink, but he calmly
I got
resisted,
your attention.
reminding her to act like a commander without solid proof against the mastermind. Alta
He
was
needs to go
ordered to
to all the
continue
ancient
protecting
ruins.
Iris without deviation or delay. Meanwhile, cloaked figures gathered in secret
Casper
ruins,
said he found
plotting
you a
further
safe space
actions
on
outside the
SIPTA.
defenses of the
He
royal
said you
city.
gotta run into
Their
the
leader confirmed
storm,
Azuma's
find the
death,
storm, run into
marking
the
the
center
first
of it. There's a
significant
tower.
loss among their underground militant conspirators. Mocking Azuma's failure,
If you
another
if you
member
make it
revealed
inside, you
frustration, blaming their retreat and gathering after losing the assassin. A calm assassin stepped forward, voicing her principle to avoid meaningless bloodshed during active operations.
The ancient ruins,
Dismissal
I don't
followed,
remember where
but
they're at
tension
on the map.
escalated as
That's
another
where
member
the map-
challenged
that's
authority,
where you get all
mocking the idea of restraint. Hostility grew. The reckless fighter insulted her pacifism, declaring only
Your favorite
violence made their
Pokey Sticks and
faction
stuff will
truly
be there.
effective. She silently responded by drawing her
Legendary
sword,
style.
halting the confrontation with a measured and overwhelming presence. A higher-ranking commander intervened, enforcing discipline
Honor,
and
come
forbidding
get your
internal
food.
strife among Kankakashu members while demanding next steps. Eager for battle, the cocky fighter declared his turn, aiming to challenge Iris's young instructor. Comments revealed Azuma's defeat came not
Everybody
from
already
Iris,
has
but her
crackers crunched
guardian,
into it,
a
so you
boy
don't
with
need more.
unknown strength. Before any plans advanced, heavily armed knights stormed the ruins, surrounding the
cooled your
gathered
bowl down, son,
conspirators
and
without
you got crackers
hesitation.
in it,
Leading the
okay?
squad, Beltrasso confronted them directly, proposing surrender if no resistance was shown.
pulled it
Mocking
down,
his
you done
resolve,
got crackers,
both
it's
enemies
okay.
smiled confidently, unfazed by the numbers of
Just make
Bel's
sure you
direct
boil it a
challenge.
little bit
A
just to
strange
make
weapon
sure you don't
appeared,
have
its
hot
hilt emitted power despite lacking a visible blade, surprising surrounding knights. In a flash, multiple soldiers fell,
Swift strikes overwhelmed them before anyone could raise proper defense. Attempts to object were ignored. She claimed each death served purpose, showing no hesitation or remorse. While one assassin escaped, Belle lunged forward, refusing to let them vanish without resistance or punishment. Magic erupted wildly. Spirals of destructive energy surged as the wild swordsman charged forward, seeking amusement. Morning training resumed.
Alright, Melody,
Iris practiced
you know the
alone
drill.
with calm
And
focus
everybody's
as
done.
sunlight touched the quiet academy grounds. Rapid movements sliced
Close the
her
dishwasher,
form had
that's it.
sharpened, driven by determination and natural grace.
When you're done. I said after
Students
everybody's
admired
done.
Iris's skill. Meanwhile, Alta reminded them training mattered more than depending solely on knights. Despite recent danger, no
What
rumors
the
spread.
hell is this?
Alta found peace returning as students joked and trained together. Kenjutsu lessons resumed normally. Iris appeared focused, yet lingering glances toward Alta hinted at distraction. Arya suddenly approached Alta, calling out to him with a serious look and an unusual request. Without hesitation, she asked to duel, leaving Alta confused by the unexpected and direct challenge. He wondered why someone so quiet chose now to speak, recalling her skills from earlier encounters. She explained their first duel was interrupted. Iris stood nearby, curious about Arya's renewed determination. Alta agreed to rematch, surprising Arya, who smiled brightly and accepted with visible excitement and gratitude. Embarrassed by her hesitation, Iris admitted her feelings silently while Arya prepared confidently for battle. Concentration deepened. Arya summoned layered magic circles, facing Alta with calm eyes and a tightened grip. Arya balanced both blades, channeling magic with flawless precision. No other student mastered that control. Classmates watched silently as Arya launched forward. Alta waited calmly, inviting the duel to begin. She closed the gap instantly. Alta deflected without effort, his eyes tracking her every movement. Arya spun midair, attacking from above. Alta blocked, holding steady, analyzing each strike with quiet confidence. Spectators gasped in awe. Arya's agility stunned them, her speed nearly impossible for eyes to follow. Alta blocked her rapid strikes with calm precision, eyes sharp as blades clashed in succession. He watched her movements closely, sensing that she wasn't attacking randomly but probing for weakness. Arya paused, reconsidering her approach. She had tested various tactics, but none managed to connect. Without warning, her speed multiplied. Alta's expression shifted, surprised by her sudden burst of momentum. Blades collided violently, sparks flew between them. Arya pressed forward, her movements sharper and faster now. Arya pushed in hard, preventing Alta from retreating. He struggled to regain proper distance again. Despite the pressure, Alta admired her talent. Arya's movement revealed real battle instincts and sharp adaptability. Spectators recognized her potential. Alta sensed no need to continue. Her ability was already proven. Without hesitation, she launched forward. Alta caught the blade midair, ending the clash with firm resolve. Mutual respect settled in. Arya admitted defeat, while Alta acknowledged her strength with a light smile. Sweat mixed with relief, as Arya smiled proudly, applause erupting from classmates surrounding the arena. She rushed to Iris, brimming with joy, eager to hear what her friend thought. Alta quietly observed their exchange. Arya laughed while Iris playfully ruffled her hair in response. Jealousy stirred quietly nearby, watching Arya try to regain Iris's favor through strength and charm.
And they ended up
Alta
whooping
addressed
my
the class
ass.
again, reminding them that growth varies. Most couldn't match those two. After his duties ended, Alta joined the instructors. Meanwhile, Iris prepared discreetly for training. They met in the forest. Iris brought a mock sword, determined to practice without suspicion. Alta intended to observe calmly, but Iris insisted on a proper duel to show her strength. Concerned about being seen, Iris blushed. Alta reassured her and demonstrated his magical sword control. Spinning mana-enhanced blades with precision, Alta asked for feedback. Iris nodded, impressed by his control. Alta's spinning sword art overwhelmed the air. Iris struggled to follow its speed and intent. Acknowledging her limits, she admitted hesitation. Her eyes couldn't fully track the swift magical rotation. Alta reminded her of Azuma's swordplay. From his view, their capabilities were nearly the same. Iris watched closely, surprised by the invisible blend. Alta
The good thing
believed
about
she could
that one
eventually match
is
Azuma.
instead of going
Doubt
to the
clouded
different
her
places
thoughts.
on the map to
She
fight
respected
the
Alta,
world
but couldn't
bosses and
imagine
stuff,
encountering something completely
there's
unseen.
Alta
arena
stood beneath the tree,
in one of the
eyes
temples that you
closed,
can go
waiting
to.
for the wind to carry
You
the
can put
leaves.
the
He
statues
struck
on it,
cleanly
and
through
it
fallen
summons
leaves.
them so you can
Iris,
fight them in one
stunned,
spot.
asked if he acted without even looking.
Bang.
Explaining calmly,
What's over the fridge
Alta
on the
called
right
it
side?
sixth sense, sensing intent without sight,
But
just like
anytime you
Azuma's
find
technique.
statues, you want to
She
save
hesitated
them.
but
Oh,
agreed to
shit.
try. Alta reminded her leaves held no
Oh
threatening
wait,
intent
that's
anyway.
what you was doing
With a
that
deep
day.
breath, she focused. Her sword moved, cutting precisely as a leaf dropped. She missed the mark again. Alta reassured her, but stressed how essential the skill was. Determined to
I will
improve,
right now and
Iris
get my
focused
butt
harder.
poked by a stick.
Alta guided her to track a single falling leaf.
Pokemon community
Days
game A
passed
Wild
quickly with
Tortuga
training
appears
and
catch it
Alta
using
kept
Poke
balancing
Catch.
her goal
Winners
on
revealed in
quietly.
90s.
While inspecting the barrier, he noticed someone familiar. The sudden visit from Commander caught attention. Urgent news followed. The capital situation had worsened, and Alta was ordered to stay inside. Bodies from Beltraso's unit were discovered in a distant church,
There's a broken
confirming
boat,
something had gone wrong.
shipwreck boat,
Moonlight bathed the academy's
and there's
exterior as
about
Alta
3 or
entered the
4
reception room beside his silent commander.
little
Then Belle
camps
sat upright,
around
gripping her
it.
sword tightly. Alta asked
And I was
cautiously,
just running,
sensing
not
fatigue
paying
in her
no
posture.
attention.
She reported grim
And they only
findings.
told me, hey, at one
Beltraso's
time.
squad fell, and one member's fate remained unknown. Despite
Somehow,
evidence
I
of
don't
fierce
know.
resistance, no enemy wounds confirmed their strength exceeded even Azuma's
somewhere
magic.
down there is
Belle
where the
clenched
big
her
snake
fist,
goes, too.
frustrated. Losing without counterattack
The big
revealed just
snake?
how dangerous this enemy was.
Yeah, there's a
Alta
couple
sat
of
in
them.
silence, contemplating the situation as he retrieved Belle's final recorded message.
Like, I'm
The
really
artifact
still on the
revealed
beach.
Grimtrue's 3 enemies from the swordsman gang,
Yeah, but if
orchestrated
you're
the
if
entire
you're down
ambush.
that way,
One killer remained untraceable,
well, it depends on
possibly
which
nearing the
beach.
academy
If
gates
you're
while
on
they
the,
discussed strategies in
the
secret.
far side
Belle
of the
proposed
map,
swift
or
action. Only
either
she
end
and
of the
Alta
map is
possessed the
fine,
strength
but
to
if you're
repel
on the
the
side
incoming
of the
threat.
map,
Orders were issued
you're on the
firmly
beach,
contain the battle off
that's
campus
not
and
okay.
prevent casualties
Not
among
okay.
students or staff. Alta promised to monitor the night patrols closely and report any suspicious activity without
Pokemon
delay.
community
Peace
game
held firm.
Tortuga
A week
escaped.
Yeah, I'm on the right
No
side
one
at the
caught it.
bottom.
Iris continued
John
her
Aswa
assigned
5
outdoor
rigged.
training.
I'm still on the main
Focused
island.
and silent,
The right
she
side on the
refined her
bottom is
movements,
safe.
each strike
It's
sharper
the
than the
left
one
side
before.
where the-
Despite her efforts, her attacks failed to connect.
Which
Frustration
is where you
built
need
as
to go,
Alta watched
'cause that's
quietly
where those
nearby.
orgies are.
Iris gritted her teeth, refusing defeat.
Yeah.
Determination burned stronger as she resumed her relentless
it's
training
not a
swings. Alta observed quietly, unsure if
One side
Iris
of the
could ever
mountain
face
is
real danger at her current level.
gorillas, and the other
He
side
considered
is
revealing
snakes,
everything,
scorpions.
but her stubborn nature might push her into reckless action instead. Approaching casually, he pointed out her fatigue and reminded her to balance training with academics. Embarrassed by the concern,
Have you ever took a bite
Iris
of
admitted
something
fault
and
but
was like,
promised to train
yep,
more
that tastes
cautiously
familiar?
from now. She protested his decision to pause, but Alta insisted resting today was part of growth. Alta proposed a tea break with Arya, hoping it would ease Iris's intense routine. Arya emerged from hiding, surprised they noticed. She admitted
No, I won't eat
concern
it.
over Iris's recent distant behavior. Iris hesitated, explaining she requested extra lessons. Arya revealed she'd secretly
I was gonna
followed
make
them for
fun of it.
days. Alta suggested changing location. He figured Iris needed variety, and Arya's jealousy should calm down. To their surprise,
That's
Arya
saying
declared she
not
joined.
changing.
Both stared, stunned by her
Thought
unexpected
it was good as
decision.
hell.
Iris grew flustered under Arya's stare. Unspoken tension hung between them, thick with misunderstanding. Arya pressed Alta for confirmation. He relented, allowing the arrangement but warned to keep it quiet. As training ended, both girls reluctantly agreed to stop. Exhaustion and confusion weighed
Come here.
heavily on Iris. Before parting, Arya reached toward her waist, drawing attention as she readied a surprise. With calm expression, she sliced her cloak cleanly, silently marking her resolve to move forward. Iris watched in disbelief as Arya effortlessly displayed hidden skill, cutting fabric without hesitation. Alta warned her not
There
to
you
use
go.
concealed weapons again. Still, he
Eat
valued her
your
potential.
food. Eat
Later
your
that
food,
day,
button nugget.
both girls invited him for tea, but Alta declined and walked off. With curfew in effect, he patrolled empty grounds, sensing something unnatural stirring in the distance. Suddenly, a cloaked figure emerged. Alta spotted magic residue in a lifeless body nearby. A masked intruder issued a threat, demanding Alta summon someone or share Azuma's fate immediately. Mocking disbelief followed. The enemy broke through barriers with ease, shocking even Alta with audacity. Revealing himself as Folta Macenta, the assassin declared intent to eliminate Alta and the princess. Fog drifted over the courtyard as Alta stepped forward, meeting a man radiating ominous bloodlust.
The warrior demanded Alta's sword, but Alta hesitated, hiding intent behind a false gesture of compliance. Seeing through the bluff, the enemy unleashed his enormous segmented blade, roaring forward with overwhelming strength and speed. Alta watched the towering weapon approach, learning the man's goal was killing the princess after ending him. With fury in his eyes, the attacker launched his chained sword, shattering the stone floor in pursuit. He narrowly dodged the whipping steel, eyes scanning the segmented blade twisting unnaturally across space. Observing the mechanism, he noted its length, deciding long range wouldn't work. He dashed straight ahead. Charging forward, he closed the gap before the weapon's range expanded again, determined to counter its form. The enemy grinned madly, revealing the weapon's true name, Centipede, an engine of destruction powered by magic. With confidence, Alta raised the family's heirloom blade, declaring his name and intent to fight seriously. Blades spiraled toward him in waves, yet Alta moved swiftly, dodging each with sharpened awareness. He darted through narrow gaps, but the opponent's control over the weapon left no opening available. Attempts to cut the links failed, each segment bound by enchanted dragon hair. Tougher than any ordinary metal, amid the storm of steel, he gauged timing while property walls shattered from every missed strike. With a tired sigh, he muttered about damages and deductions while still surrounded by spinning destruction. Momentum shifted briefly, but something changed in Alta's posture that unsettled his overconfident opponent mid-attack. Confidence faded as precision returned. Alta calmly read the patterns and prepared to counter the aggressive barrage. Holding his position, he anticipated escalation, knowing the time to act had finally arrived at last. A burst of energy came suddenly. Enemy lunged with full force, believing victory was now within reach. His strike missed entirely. Alta slipped past, dragging energy behind him in a controlled, fluid maneuver. Centipede's momentum shattered as the weapon recoiled violently. Its master screamed in rage, pain, and disbelief. Shock flooded his face when Alta calmly confirmed success. The massive blade had finally fallen silent. Explanation followed. The sword's anti-magic ability gradually disrupted magical flow, powering Centipede's movements, neutralizing its dangerous energy. Alta delivered the final statement, declaring Fulta Macenta under arrest. Sword steady, voice unwavering, with authority. Laughter escaped Fult's mouth, worn and bloodied, as he acknowledged Alta's speech with reluctant amusement. Smiling through exhaustion, Alta faced his fallen enemy, earning a reluctant word of respect in return. Warning came calmly, but desperation flared. Fult refused surrender, rising again with unyielding pride and a trembling voice. Without hesitation, Alta delivered a disabling blow, ending resistance as dark energy burst from Fult's wound. Before he could rest, a cloaked figure appeared above. Alta raised his sword, eyes narrowing cautiously. Alta spotted a cloaked enemy on the rooftop, readying a strange orb of magic energy. After a brief clash, the assassin escaped. A corpse remained silenced before help could ever arrive. Then he debated chasing them, but reconsidered. Protecting Iris took priority over reckless pursuit into darkness. He found Iris outside. She clutched papers, explaining she missed training earlier that afternoon. Alta smiled through dried blood. Iris stared. Now uncertain, was her teacher secretly a true knight? Water splashed onto Alta's face as Iris watched silently, unsure how to break the tension. Sitting beside her, he revealed his rank and role as her hidden academy bodyguard. Surprise flickered in her expression upon realizing even the academy knew but left her uninformed. She listened quietly as he apologized, admitting the gang's assassins still hunted her relentlessly. Refusing protection, Iris clenched her fists, reminding him someone already died trying to keep her safe. Iris recalled the swordsman she once fought. That man became a knight and lost. Emotions swelled. She struggled to explain, but Alta's question pierced her silence without hesitation. She trembled, voice low, admitting her dream was to protect others just like her father. Gallo Rienfell, former commander, had inspired her. She vowed to uphold his legacy proudly. Resolved to fight, Iris accepted the threat. She'd face the gang, with Alta beside her. Alta admired her determination, but something unspoken lingered. A strange danger still surrounded her resolve. He questioned her motive, suspecting vengeance fueled her strength. Iris's expression revealed silent confirmation. Memories surfaced. At 5, she trained beside her father, proud of every small praise. Inside the grand estate, Iris searched for